Draft day, baby. Draft day, baby. Draft day, baby. Welcome, everybody, to motherfucking draft day.
Draft day. We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
Welcome to another episode of the BPA Show. We are live. We are reacting to the draft. Me, Mr. Boggins. You, Pat at Mr. Pat at Patrick Chiotti. I'm so sorry.
It's draft day. It's draft day. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas. 31 teams are going to pick a new player tonight.
You just had to throw the Dolphins
just
immediately. Not even 10 seconds. Not even 10 seconds into it. We had to throw the Dolphins fans under the bus. I am so sorry. Maybe.
Hey, Dolphins fans. Man. How does it feel knowing that you're not going to be able to post your first round pick tonight? I'm excited, dude. This is like the weirdest draft in recent memory. I know we've talked about how this draft kind of is compared to like the 2014 draft and just those like draft classes that don't really have that superstar at the top. Like I think Bryce Young is probably the top quarterback in this class. That could be the superstar. I feel like Bijan hasn't gotten enough love as the superstar. Like everybody's talking about him being the best running back since Saquon Barkley came out, but Saquon was like talked about as the top guy in his class.
Yeah,
so, it's really weird. It's a really weird draft. I'm really excited to get this whole draft underway, and we're going to be giving you our live reaction to the picks. Obviously, we're going to try our best to not tip any picks. I'm currently streaming the draft. I hope that it's, on time and not delayed. I know Boggins is watching the draft as well, and you're joining us and watching it with us. Thank you. Welcome. All of our hard work has paid off for this day. It's draft day, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited for this draft because we do not know what's going to happen. Like literally, we suspect number one, but in all honesty, I mean, we're pretty sure who's going to go number one. But after that,
are we though?
Pure chaos. That's what I'm saying. We hear it. We hear a lot of it. But in all honesty, do we even know? Really? No, we don't. I'm completely excited for all the absolute chaos that's going to happen. Will CJ Stroud go number 2, or will the Texans be like, nah, fam, we don't need a quarterback ever.
Yeah.
We're really cool with Davis Mills. We don't want it. So let's go get ourselves a Will Anderson and hope that pass rush could drive our team into complete mediocrity.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting to see, what teams are active in moving down, what teams are going to be active in moving up. I know that there's a lot of rumors surrounding Arizona right now. There's a lot of talk about Arizona possibly trading down. Tennessee is one of those teams that's been rumored to move up. There was a rumor that just was announced probably 30 minutes ago that Arizona is negotiating a trade for the 11th pick that involves sending the 3rd overall pick and DeAndre Hopkins to the Tennessee Titans for the 11th pick and other picks. I think that would be an insane move for Arizona to do. A lot of people thought it was going to be Buffalo. A lot of people thought it was going to be New England, possibly making that trade for DeAndre Hopkins, but the money is still the problem. Could see a team like Tennessee maybe taking on a little bit of that money. Their wide receiver room is terrible. I mean, they're going to trade up. They're going to trade up, get the 3rd overall pick, send DeAndre. They're going to get DeAndre Hopkins. Who are they going to take at quarterback? Who do you think that they would take at quarterback at 3?
Man, I really don't know. It's honestly a toss up this year. I'm just excited to see if any team actually does have a preference. Like, is Will Levis to the Colts a given like some people think it is? Or are they actually going to go for the upside of Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Is there going to be a linebacker, even an inside linebacker, even drafted in the first round? Who knows? Like, is Jalen Carter going to fall out of the top 10? Man, there's so many scenarios to like, even outside of the quarterbacks, which is going to be exciting in and of itself. What are the Seahawks? What are the Seahawks going to even do, bro? Like, are they going to just chill and wait? And like, they're just confident with Geno, even though they have like a pretty solid contract there where they can just bounce out of that after next year. Right. Do they actually draft the future and Pete Carroll kind of chill in there for another? I don't know. Pete Carroll's like 95 now. Does he really want to groom a young quarterback? Like,
yeah, I don't think he does. Like, I probably would say that he doesn't want to. He's not going to be there for that much longer. So do you take a guy like an Anthony Richardson, who is your toolsy, your toolsy quarterback that could be the guy, but are you even going to be the coach when he's ready to play? Or are you going to build your defense? Because that offense right now is good enough. Like, they can keep building, keep adding on. I think there's areas of the offense now that they need to focus on, and quarterback is not one of those issues. I think you know what you have in Geno Smith. You knew what you had, so you signed him to a contract. Drew Lock is still there for now, I guess. I mean, shit, who knows? But there's other areas of that offense that need to be picked up. Offensive line still need to build up the interior of that offensive line. Wide receiver is an area. Yeah, they have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, but is Dwayne Eskridge going to be your wide receiver 3 going into the season? Probably not. So they pick at 20. I think, getting someone like Jordan Addison, Quentin Johnston, Zay Flowers, those are all 3 of those guys are going to be well within that range. I don't think JSN's going to be there, but I think that wide receiver has got to be that focus. If they spend one of these 2 first-round picks on a quarterback, whether it be Anthony Richardson or Hendon Hooker, I see that as, oh, look, it's the Seahawks being the Seahawks. It's oh, yeah, we're going to draft this guy and we're going to sit him for a couple years and then we're not really going to do anything with it. You know what I mean? Yep. Or it's going to be an overreach. If any one of these 31 teams takes Hendon Hooker in the first round in this draft, there's going to be some questions.
Yep, absolutely. Hendon Hooker would actually make a little bit more sense to me than if they swung early, unless they're going to go with Anthony Richardson and just kind of like hope for the future. And Pete Carroll's cool with being around grooming and maybe getting an OC or DC in there that they kind of plan on grooming up as well as the next head coach. Roger Goodell is out doing a little speech. Everybody's booing as usual. Per usual. Got to boo the commish. One of the things I hate the most is how he's embraced it. Don't embrace our boos.
Yeah.
Don't embrace it. It's kind of like the Stone Cold Steve Austin. The what?
What?
That's kind of what it is. You're not Stone Cold Steve Austin, you mother. You understand me? You're not him.
What?
Stop it.
What?
So what do you think? What do you think? Predictions? Who
Bryce, it's going to be Bryce Young. It's going to be Bryce Young. I think it's going to be Bryce Young.
Okay.
That's
okay. We'll stick with that. In the people in the chats. Yeah. Who do you think? Who are the Panthers going to draft?
We need it.
We need
it. Come on.
Not. All right. There's a lady absolutely screaming into the microphone, destroying it. Just for Dante Hall and Will Shields. I mean, I get it. Good players. Dante Hall, obviously not as excited about because he made us Broncos look absolutely foolish sometimes, but it's fine. No one's bitter up.
My stream is.
Are you behind?
I think my stream is just down for right now. There's so many people probably streaming this fucking thing.
I got the NFL mobile. Why are they doing this? This is new. They're bringing the trophy. I mean, I guess when you win in the town that you have the draft, you can bring the trophy out.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's fine. If you're a Chiefs fan, I'm sure you love it. It's great for you guys. Congratulations. It's fine. I don't know, dude. I don't think there's any chance. I mean, there is a chance but I don't think there's much chance that the Panthers don't go Bryce Young here. I see
there's no way.
They traded up. They traded up for a reason, and it's been pretty clear for quite a bit who the number one quarterback is. There's been a lot of hezzies about his size, obviously, but the dude is just way more put together than the other quarterbacks in this class.
It's the IQ, man. I was watching the QB school yesterday, just kind of getting my last minute refresh, and just some of the ways that Bryce Young maneuvers the pocket. He's very poised, very cool, calm, collected, and for being a guy who's that small, relatively. They got Travis Kelce up there now. Great. Fantastic. Oh,
well, look, we are officially open.
He is wearing stunner shades. Fantastic.
What if they traded him? What if they traded him for
that? Won't happen. That won't happen.
He's like, yeah. And the Carolina Panthers trade for. He's like,
the Kansas City Chiefs actually now have the first overall pick. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce both traded to the Carolina Panthers.
He just comes back out for the pick. It's just like, that's fine. It's like, I didn't need this.
All right. They're on the clock. I always think it's funny. Like, it's round one. You've had all this time. You're the top team, right? You go into this whole operation.
Yeah.
Spending all these months on scouting, on interviews, on dinners, on whatever, and you're talking to these players. Why are you still taking the full 10 minutes?
This is
the thing. You have the first pick.
Yeah.
If you go into today not knowing who you're going to pick, first overall, second, all the picks after that, I can understand completely.
Yeah.
Things change. Players get picked that you didn't realize were going to get picked. And now you're in a tough spot, but bro, it's the first pick, man. It's the first pick. You got to know. Don't use the whole clock.
100%. I really think all the NFL, like the media people, they be coming up to the coaches and be like, hey, listen, I know you know, and I know you've known, but don't do it yet. Give us like 9.5 minutes to sit on it, just a bit. It's just the coach is like, I'm just going to give you I'm going to give you the ticket because I don't want to waste my damn time. I'm going to give you the ticket, and then you can do with the ticket as you will. Just make sure it's in before the time runs out. I'm not trying to play Vikings here and miss the draft 2 years in a row.
Oh, come on now. So Bryce Young maybe taken first overall here. We're going to wait and see. After that, that's where everything kind of goes haywire. And you were talking about it a little bit as well.
Yeah.
What is Houston going to do? Because I've seen mock drafts where they don't take CJ Stroud at 2 and then just move on. I've seen mock drafts where they take CJ Stroud at 2 and then they trade up from 12 to 3 to take Will Anderson. Of those scenarios, I'm pretty sure I know where you stand, but of those scenarios, which one do you think would have the biggest impact on the Houston Texans going forward? Taking Will Anderson at 2 and then taking another player at 12, or taking Stroud at 2 and then making a trade up for 3 for Anderson, or maybe someone else, maybe Jalen Carter, who knows?
As someone on the outside looking in, like, you want to say take your quarterback, take the future face of your franchise. They had J.J. Watt for a long time. J.J. Watt is not necessarily going to almost single-handedly win you championships. No. A quarterback who drives your ship is going to get you the chip. You understand me? Ooh, so you got to take the risk. You got to Is Bryce Young already getting up?
Hang on. He's just
okay. He just fixes it. He's playing with it.
I'm caught up and I'm live right now. I'm live. I got it on my computer. I'm live.
Okay.
But it looks like they're talking. It looks like they are talking to someone on the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's he's trying to hand it over to Tepper.
Oh, he's on the phone.
Man.
He's like, they told him in his ear, okay, we've wasted enough time. You can talk to your the future face of your franchise.
Come on. I want to see who it is.
Something crazy? You want to see something crazy? That'd be funny. Just spin it on him. What if it's Anthony Richardson?
So okay, so here's what's crazy. So Daniel Jeremiah's best available is up.
Yeah.
For those who can't see, Daniel Jeremiah's best available is up on the screen right now. 1, Bryce Young. 2, Will Anderson. 3, Bijan. 4, Tyree Wilson. 5, Devon Witherspoon. Jalen Carter not in the top 5 of best available. That is kind of wild to me. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Tyree Wilson today with the whole Liz Frank fracture injury. That would be crazy if he suffered a major drop because of this injury. That would be pretty insane because he's been talked about. I mean, people have had him up as high as 2. That'd be kind of nuts.
Yeah, man. I just don't see how you do it. I don't think anything. Don't get me wrong. What happened off the field was just absolutely terrible.
They're clapping. They're clapping in Carolina. They're clapping in Carolina. Pick's going to be in here in a minute.
What happened off the field was very terrible. However, I don't think that should drop him all the way. I think he's
still. Are you talking about Carter?
Yeah, I still think he has an immense amount of talent. He is still an absolute stud, and he is someone that, like, people have tried to put him. I think people have been putting out smoke to try to really drive him down, just like the 8 pounds over the video. Like, oh, that didn't quite look right. But like at the end of the day, the tape's the tape, my dog. Like, the dude is an absolute freak. So I don't see how he falls. I would say the max is 10 or 11 max fall. If he falls outside of that, that's insane. I think DJ was talking about earlier. Laramie Tunzel with that video that happened to pop out right before. He's the highest paid tackle in the league now. You know what I mean? Like, and that made him fall all the way to 17, I think, 13.
Yeah, he fell in the teens. He fell pretty far.
Yeah. But I don't know. Jalen Carter is different, man. And I honestly think he doesn't fall out of the top 10.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy if he did suffer a big fall like that. Tyree Wilson too. I mean, okay, pick is in. Tyree Wilson too. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens with him if the reports about his medicals are true and that Liz Frank fracture is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that does drop him out of the top 10. Maybe that puts him in that 11 to 15 range.
I guess I got to put this up just so you guys know who's up and what they did last year, who they drafted, what they spent their top 5 on. Man, I don't. It's got to be Bryce Young. It's got to be Bryce Young.
It's got to be Bryce.
I'm second guessing myself.
There was another report today that I saw that said even today they were talking about Anthony Richardson, and I was just like, oh my god. If that happens, if Anthony Richardson goes first overall, that's going to be mayhem. It will be absolute mayhem.
100%. 100%. I'm trying not to cheat and look on Twitter. Just lying. I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely looking on Twitter.
Yep. There it is.
Do you see it?
Yep.
Why don't I see it? Okay.
Because you're not following the right people.
I am too. I always get my good stuff early. Wait.
Should I put the banner up?
I put it up 16 minutes ago.
Should I put the banner up?
Okay. Should we put the banner? I don't know. Do you guys?
There it is. Bryce Young. There it is.
Of course. We are very.
Is a It's a home run pick for Carolina. I mean, you really couldn't have gone wrong with either Stroud or Young, but I think with Young, you get the complete package, right? You get the athletic quarterback, you get the smart quarterback. That's the thing. He is so smart. His football IQ is so high. The size doesn't matter. He can maneuver the pocket well enough. He understands the concepts well enough. He's got the arm talent. He's got the accuracy. Does he have the howitzer of an arm of a Justin Herbert or an Anthony Richardson or a Josh Allen? No, but he gets the job done. And that's what you need. And with a team like Carolina and a coaching staff of Frank Reich, Josh McCown, those guys are gonna take Bryce Young and his incredible football brain and create an offense that is going to be really fun to watch. We knew that the Panthers defense was going to be fine. They brought in Ezra Evero. On paper, they're already stacked. Now you bring in the other piece of it, the offense. You have your quarterback. Now you got to continue to build your offense. They went out and they spent a bunch of money on wide receivers. I can't wait. This is great. Good pick for the Panthers.
Yeah, smart pick. I like it a lot. I think you have the good coaching staff there for it. Not only like you have the coaching staff there to put someone in who's quite a bit more raw, in my opinion, to really take a swing on those upsides. But with Bryce Young, you don't have to, right? He's probably as plug and play as you get in this draft at the most important position on your team. So I love the pick. I think they are going to be pretty solid. I think he'll have a decently solid first year. I don't think they're going to do anything crazy special, but I think he'll be able to run the offense very well. I wish they had a bit more of it'd be very interesting. I know they just spent some money on, I think, Montgomery, but it would be very interesting is in this, if they're picking the second round. Oh wait, no, they give it up.
Whoa,
is it gone?
I think Carolina?
No, they still have their second round.
No, they still have their second.
They still have their second round. If they went Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah,
him and Jahmyr Gibbs back together would be really cool.
I think if Jahmyr Gibbs isn't coveted as much as people think that he is, I think he could be. I think he'll sneak into the end of the first round. But if he doesn't, I think that's completely viable. It's a need for them. They don't really have that number one running back, but they're probably not going to rely on one solo guy. It's not going to be a Saquon or Christian McCaffrey type of deal. It's going to be, okay, we have Chuba Hubbard. We've got, a couple other guys that are going to be, it's going to be a running back committee, and that's the way that it should be.
I think they have Khalil Herbert too or something. But yeah, so congratulations to you Panthers fans out there. You got yourself a franchise quarterback. Moving on to the Houston Texans. It's funny, Draft Diamonds retweeted Jay Glazer tweeting that talked to Lovie Smith yesterday, who's had a huge impact on the top of this draft. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Told me he's actually not watching the draft.
Yeah, man. What a wild scenario that was last season. You go in and they basically give you a vote of no confidence, and they're like, yeah, we're going to fire you anyways. You're not going to be here next year. And he goes, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to win a football game I think I'm going to win a football game this time.
You're going to go for it, and I'm going to give you the business.
Yeah. And so now they don't get Bryce Young. And it probably created it probably single-handedly created.
Can you see Bryce Young on the screen right now?
Yeah, I can.
You see he looks like a high schooler that
I know, man.
She just pulled out the crowd. High school fan, she just pulled out the crowd, said, "Hey, how you like your new quarterback?" And he's like, "Goddamn, I am the new quarterback."
You know what's crazy is so many people were talking about his, size and how he's too small to play in the league. But you know what I am going to do? Pick is in, by the way, for the Texans. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to mock Emmanuel Forbes, a 166-pound cornerback in the first round.
Yeah.
All right. How are you going to say that a guy who's, he's 5'9", 5'10", whatever, he's 200 pounds. Bryce Young popped over 200 pounds at the combine. But then you're going to turn around and say, oh, Emmanuel Forbes, oh, he could play in the league. He's only 166 pounds as a cornerback, but he can play in the league. Yeah. Like I think that he can play in the league too, but at 166 pounds, you're getting bench pressed off the line, homie.
I just saw the pick.
No, stop. Ah!
0.01%. 0.01%. Listen, I'm out there saying, that. Hold on. Let me retweet something I had said before there. What I have said? I have said that I will believe. Hold on. I'm going to find it, and it's going to be great for me. That's for sure. You keep talking, though.
Shut your ass up. Well, since we know the pick, I'm sure listeners also know the pick. I'll say it when Roger says it. The Houston Texans select CJ Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State. Wow. Who could have seen that coming? Absolutely nobody did. Not even Boggins. I think this is a no-brainer pick for Houston. This is a no-brainer pick. All the smoke, all the mirrors saying, oh, hey, we're not going to take a quarterback at 2. Hey, we're not going to take a quarterback at 2.
Yeah.
Now we can end it, right?
Yeah.
They needed a quarterback. Davis Mills, serviceable, but still not great. I think he would be a fine backup. CJ Stroud gives you the best opportunity. You're going to be running a Shanahan type system. Perfect. CJ Stroud can fit that. He's got the skill set for it, right? Is he the most mobile quarterback in the world? No. But you know who also isn't the most mobile quarterback in the world? Almost every fucking quarterback that has played in a Shanahan system, right? It's all predicated off of the run, boots, rollouts, nakeds, whatever you want to, whatever terminology.
The one that has might be on his way out of San Francisco.
Well, no, he already is. He's in Vegas. That's
no. I said the one that's the one that is mobile. It might be on it. Trey Lance might be on his way out of Niners. So you're right.
All right. So here we go. Third pick, Cardinals. This is where the questions are going to come. Okay.
Be trade, right? By the way, sorry to interrupt you. If you have been following the BPA show, we put out our mock draft last week. We're 2 for 2, homies. We is 2 for 2. So this is where we said there's going to be a trade. This is where we said we're going to be a trade. So, and we have already told you that whatever we say happens because we are from the future.
Shout out to Aaron, man. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I definitely thought that they would either, take the quarterback at 2 and then try and trade up for 3. But, at the end of the day, you need a quarterback, man. And CJ Stroud is a baller. And they're showing the highlights from the college football playoff games right now. His game against Alabama and then his game against Georgia. He played fantastic in both of those games. How are you going to sit there and tell me that, he's not athletic enough. He can't do this. He can't do that. Well, he showed you that he could on the biggest stage in football. So great pick for the Texans. You got your quarterback of the future. Shout out to DeMeco Ryans, man. First year head coach, your first pick, and you hit the nail on the head. It was great.
And I love it with, like you said, with that Shanahan office and Bobby Slowick over there. I think it's going to be very, very solid. I think they have a lot to build off of. Obviously, they have a lot to do, but they've made some moves in this offseason that are solid. There are a lot of vets in that building. A lot of things you can build off of for the future. You can just have fun now, play around with your draft picks, draft a bunch of young, high ceiling dudes that you can come in there and kind of learn from the vets that you've acquired over the offseason. So
and now their second pick is at 12. If wide receiver is still one of your needs, I mean, could Smith and Jigba be there at 12? It's possible. Anyways, let's talk about the Cardinals before this pick is in. So Cardinals still have Kyler Murray. He's recovering from that ACL. Is he going to be able to play this next year? Probably not. Who knows? And looking back at their draft class last year, they traded their first round pick for Marquise Brown. Wild trade, in my opinion. They draft Trey McBride, draft Cameron Thomas, draft Myjai Sanders, and then they traded that 4th round pick to Baltimore as part of the Marquise Brown deal as well. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with this franchise. They're in a really weird spot. Obviously, this offseason, they fired Steve Keim, new head coach coming in, Justin Gannon. I don't know where to go here, and that's why I think trading down is probably the best idea here. And Aaron just said Arizona trades Hop and draft Flowers. Flowers at 3. Oh,
I thought he was saying that's what just happened. I'm like,
no,
excuse me. Listen, Arizona is already a mess. You understand me? This that just makes it even more. That
makes it even.
Don't get me wrong.
Messy.
Don't get me wrong. I like Zay Flowers a lot. He is top 1, 2.
Love Zay Flowers. Wide receiver 2.
But he
wide
is
one in our hearts.
He's not going up this high. That would be hilariously
They
insane.
are really letting this clock. The Houston Texans have traded for the 3rd overall pick.
No, they haven't.
Yes.
Are you lying? Dude, they're going for it. Oh,
Rappaport just announced.
Dude, DJ got it. Dude, DJ got it right on.
Hang on. They're about to take Will Anderson, bro. They are about to take Will Anderson.
Yep.
This is nuts. This is what? Okay, Will Anderson or Jalen Carter here?
It's Will Anderson. Not to spoil it. Sorry, guys. It's Will Anderson. And what a genius!
Yeah.
What a genius move!
Great
play. What a commit! If you're a Houston Texans fan right now, you are super excited. I don't know,
off.
like if CJ Stroud wasn't your top QB, at the end of the day, like he's top 2 QBs in this draft, like not really questionable. And then you also get the best defensive player in this draft, arguably. It's like you just made a commitment to your offense and your defense in a big way. You are and you just set up your coaching staff, brand new coaching staff, brand new vision, brand new everything. Like this is the Houston Texans ownership and organization. They're over it. That's what it is. They are over it. They want a new face. They want a new franchise. This is a complete turnaround.
Cardinals get the 12th overall pick,
the
33rd overall pick, 2024 first, and a 2024 third. Texans get 3rd overall pick and 105.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's a little hefty for one spot, but not one spot. Oh no, that's right. They're 12 coming from 12. Yeah, that's true. Never mind. That's great. That's a great deal. Look, we knew that the Cardinals were expecting to move back. It has been a rumor for a while that the Texans wanted to double up, and I can't remember the last time we've seen something like this, but let's go.
Yeah, man, this is nuts.
Go.
Good for the Texans. Honestly, good for the Cards. You're too high. Like, yeah, you could take Will Anderson here, but like you have so many needs across the board, man. And you just traded a 1st and a 4th for Marquise Brown last year. So here, Roger Goodell's announcing it.
That's cool.
Will Anderson Jr. Wow. That is awesome.
Bring the Texans back up because they just got their Will Anderson. And
so
you see these needs right here? You see these two of these 3 needs right here? They just did that in 3 total picks in the NFL draft. Like,
yeah,
They mean business right now, and then they still have capital to work with later if they need to get another receiver. But that's,
I mean, you trade away 12, you trade away 33, a first next year, and a fourth next year. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think a third in 2024. Yeah, for Will Anderson. So you get the quarterback that you wanted, and you get the edge rusher that you wanted. Texans fans can go home happy.
Yep.
Their draft is done. You're done for the day. Honestly, you're done for the weekend if you really need it. The other picks, yeah, whatever. But wow, what a selection. Now we go to 4.
See now if you're the Colts, how excited, how happy are you? Because if you're a quarterback, you were planning on having him at 3, but you weren't sure if someone was going to jump you to get it. Well, the team just jumped you, but for Will Anderson, for not a quarterback. So now you still have 2 quarterbacks here that you have an opportunity for. So, I mean, we have to assume they're going to go quarterback. I don't know. What other position do you think they could address if they don't go quarterback? I don't see that there is any. But
I mean, could you go with Paris Johnson? Like, I mean, Paris Johnson would probably be the only other person for the Colts that I would see like being the fit at 4. You could trade down, but at the same time, like quarterback is such a big need, man. It's such a big need for them.
Yeah.
Are you really going to go into the season with Sam Ehlinger and like, I just don't understand it. I don't see how it's not Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. Oh my God, stop. Come on, man.
Oh my God, dude.
You can't do that and then
woo! This is gonna be fun. Who does your heart say? Who does your heart say it is?
My heart's pounding so hard right now. I don't know. Is it Anthony Richardson? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Hey! Let's go! All right. Hey,
let's
shout out
go,
to the kid, man.
Let's go.
He deserves that.
Go. Oh man, I love this so much. I love this so much, bro. Okay, well, Shane Steichen and Anthony Richardson is gonna be an absolute ball with Jonathan Taylor in the backfield.
Yeah, man.
And Michael Pittman and bro,
Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce as well. Was
Jelani Woods,
Mo Alley Cox. I mean, that's going to be great. It's going to we have said this from the jump, Boggy. We have said this from the jump. One of the best landing spots for Anthony Richardson is going to be Indianapolis because of all of those great things that they have on offense. Still need to add to the offensive line though. Quentin Nelson can't be your only, quality offensive lineman, but he's dealt with a line like that before. So he understands. A lot of people are going to say, well, why would the Colts do this? And a lot of people haven't spent the time that we have watching Anthony Richardson. So let us fill you in. Okay. This is a quarterback that is very large and very athletic. Similar athletic profile to a Mr. Cam Newton. What is the difference, though? The difference between the two of these prospects is arms. Honestly, people said that Cam's arm strength is better than Anthony Richardson's. I don't know. Are you sure about that? I think Anthony Richardson's throwing motion and his mechanics are a lot better than people want to think. I think his biggest issue is the footwork. But change of direction. This guy rolling out, getting mobile. He's only mobile when he wants to be. Other than that, you'll see him standing in the pocket, maneuvering the pocket very well. He's a veteran in that sense, and it really hasn't been said enough of. He understands how to hit his windows. He understands how to read defenses. This guy was going to be a stud, and he still is going to be a stud. I think this is a fantastic landing spot for him.
100%. A lot of people went into said the kind of the same ish stuff about Jalen Hurts. Like they kind of wrote Jalen Hurts off, and then Shane Steichen, took him and made him into like you can't tell me that anybody probably a year and a half ago would have looked at Jalen Hurts and saw that contract that he has now and thought that there was any chance of that. You can't tell me that. So Anthony Richardson has a higher, I'd say, slightly lower intangibles, but I think he is way more athletic and bigger and stronger and like his. Oh man, he is.
Anthony Richardson, quarterback.
What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do in that RPO if you're on defense? Like you have Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson.
You're gonna be in a poor spot. That's where you're gonna be. Let's see here. Yeah, man. Pat McAfee's got to be. McAfee's got to be happy as hell, man.
Look, that's hilarious. Oh, he's not. I'll look later. That's awesome. That is awesome. Trending now on Twitter. D'Amico Ryans. yeah. Get it, King. Yeah. Get it.
D'Amico Ryans should absolutely be trending on Twitter. That man, they have done a fantastic job so far. We're only 4 picks in, and I am happy as hell. So now, the Denver Broncos, the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be interesting. This is the pick, of course, that the Broncos traded to Seattle for Mr. Let's Ride, Russell Wilson.
Let's ride.
They had a good draft last year. I'm not going to knock them. They had a good draft last year. That was probably the first time, probably in the last like 3 years, that I really felt like they had a solid draft class.
Yeah, they've oversmarted themselves a lot in the past, but it finally came back together. Like John Snyder had been really holding on that 2012 draft class with like Richard Sherman and Bobby Wagner and Russ and like all that stuff, and he had really been, Richard Sherman was a year earlier, but anyways, he's holding on to those drafts really tight.
Right.
Really tight. And they hadn't done anything for a while. Yeah. And then he hit on DK for sure. He hit on Lockett as well, just like little pieces here and there, making terrible ass trades along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then finally hit on a nice rookie core to like.
Well, yeah. And I mean, we got to talk about Rashad Penny going in the first round. We got to talk about the linebacker that they picked as well.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is, those are two those were like the really the end of the Russell Wilson era. Was they had all these opportunities to pick better players to support Russell Wilson, but instead you take a running back in the first round when you didn't need to, and then he ends up not playing and he's not even on the team anymore. You take a linebacker who's supposed to be the next Bobby Wagner, doesn't, he's playing in a rotation role. That's fine. I understand that. And then he has a breakout year because, guess what? He's a starter. Of course he's going to have a good year.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? They brought back Bobby Wagner. So what was the point? There wasn't any point, but you trade away Russell Wilson. And then it's like, we got to invest in our offensive line. Russ has been telling you for 3 fucking years to invest in your offensive line. You don't listen to him. So they invest in the offensive line. They get a good pass rusher in Boye Mafe. They get a great running back in Kenneth Walker. And then another offensive line starter in Abraham.
You got too excited. I can't hear you. You got way too excited and you pulled stuff out. Unmute yourself now. See? You got too excited.
But yeah, man. Last year's draft was probably the best. That was probably the best one that they've had for a while. That one set them up for success.
Yeah. Jim Irsay's on Twitter. Get off of there, Jim. Get off of there.
Jim.
He tweeted, "Here we go. football emoji, America emoji.
Man.
Yeah.
The phones, Ian Rappaport, the phones are ringing in Seattle. That's what he says.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
The phones are ringing in Seattle. What does that mean, Ian? What does that mean? Does it mean that there could be a trade coming along?
Who do you think it would be? My guess, either the Raiders, Tennessee. Tennessee is a good option.
Could be Tennessee. For Levis. For Levis at 5.
Yeah. We would be one off then. We would be one off. Then Will Anderson kind of snuck in the middle of our quarterback run, if that's the case. Yeah, I mean, that's what the Seahawks do. They love to trade back.
Oh, yeah.
Every day they trade back. Yeah, I would say Tennessee. Tennessee obviously is, for some reason, doesn't want to give Malik Willis a somewhat of a shot. They threw the dude in. Like, everyone knew he was a project going in.
Oh, yeah.
Smaller buff project. And they're just like, they had no choice. They threw him in there and he didn't play well. No shit. Like, you're really gonna just like, it's like, no, we're gonna swing, and then we're gonna bring in Will Levis. Like, nah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, so here is our top available players. So Jalen Carter, Devon Witherspoon, Tyree Wilson, Christian Gonzalez, and Bijan Robinson. Those are our top available right now. Minute and a half left for the Seahawks pick.
See, now if
they're making a pick, they are selecting.
Oh, they are selecting? The pick is in?
The pick is in, yes.
Pick is in. Hold on. Let's see if we know what it is yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. We don't know. See, because like if there's the Seahawks, you're listening to calls for this, right? But
yeah,
you have to be confident that whoever you have on your board is going to be there, that you want up here is going to be there when you go back a certain number of picks, right? Like if Tennessee comes up, that's quite a few picks. That's quite a distance, and I'm guessing that your guy is most likely not going to be there unless you have some. I mean, which would make sense for the Seahawks.
Dude, I wish we could put this tweet from. We could put this tweet from Frankie up because this is gold.
Oh shit!
This is gold.
Oh shit! They just Seahawked the fuck. Not really. They didn't Seahawk the hell out of it, but they definitely.
Was it one of Carter or Wilson?
Nope. Sure wasn't. I will say this. I really like the secondary now.
Okay. All right.
That is some vicious boundary corners you got yourself.
Man. What a pick. Did not see that one coming.
And for those of you who haven't seen yet, the pick is Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois. Just an absolute ferocious boundary corner. Some would say he might move to nickel. I don't see it, especially with the Seahawks. Kobe Bryant will probably move back on the inside. You'll have Devon on the outside. You'll have Tariq on the other side. You are sitting pretty. Jamal Adams back there. That's Quandre Diggs. You're good.
That's wild to me. So, I mean, obviously you have all of these needs up front. You know, you signed Draymond Jones, fantastic. But you still really need you still need another edge rusher. And maybe they're waiting until 20. Maybe someone like Lucas Van Ness will be available at 20. Maybe someone like Tyree Wilson will be available and they trade up. But I don't know.
That's my guess. I think that there's kind of a shelf, right, with these cornerbacks where you have like top 3 like first round prospects. With edge, I think it's a lot deeper than that, and I think they have a lot more potential, and especially since they already have a lot of options on that defensive front currently that they have been producing. They're maybe not as worried about getting a super high end. They'd rather go with like back a little bit further back potential, but then they're going to swing big with their cornerback here, which I I honestly, to be completely honest though, I mean, it's not like I know much about what the organizations want, but I feel like you could have waited a little bit longer for this. I feel like you could have traded back a couple picks.
Yeah, I feel like you could have traded back.
Still got Devon. Yeah,
you probably could have traded back with Vegas. If Vegas if Vegas was so quarterback hungry, like some people are making them out to be, why don't you trade back with Vegas? And I mean, Devon Witherspoon was heavily mocked to a team like Atlanta, right? So you trade back, you get a second rounder, whatever, but then you still get your guy and you get it before a team that probably would have taken him. I don't know, man. I think, top five that's a little wild. I love Devon Witherspoon though. Don't get me wrong. I love Devon Witherspoon. I just don't know if this was the best way for them to do it. You could have traded down and still gotten him.
Yeah, I completely agree. I still think it's a fantastic pick. I absolutely love Devon Witherspoon. I think allowed like high 30s in pass completion percentage. He's an absolute coverage nightmare for a lot of players. He obviously is a little bit smaller frame wise. He's like 5'11", but he is feisty, chirpy dude who can play press man. Him and Tariq Woolen on opposite sides, like couldn't be different size-wise, couldn't be more different size-wise, but they both have the same mentality, very, very chirpy, just has no problem getting in your face, swinging on them balls, the pigskin balls.
The pigskin
balls. All right, so let's move on to the Lions are up. This is going to be fun. There it is. That's why they did it. They were the Lions might have taken Devon Witherspoon. I totally forgot that they were up next.
I'm texting with my friends who are Seahawks fans, and one of them said, based on what they're saying on ESPN, Devon Witherspoon is Brandon Browner 2.0.
What?
I said that could be the worst comp I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I would not say Denzel Ward is a better comp. Denzel Ward is a better comp.
I completely agree. agree.
So the Lions.
Why are people okay? My Seahawks fans are a little disappointed.
Arizona is trading up for the 6th pick.
No, they're not.
Yes.
What a weird ass draft.
Dude, the Lions just stay collecting picks, man.
No, that's great. I think they have one of the most slept on rosters, honestly, in the league. So I could see it. The Cardinals, though, like they need to be just keep trading back. They just need to be trading back right now. Who are they trading up for? Oh, they're trading up for Jalen Carter. But they need corners so bad. So maybe they go with Christian Gonzalez. They love the Pac-12.
Yeah, actually, that would make a lot of sense.
They love the Pac-12. They have no corners right now. They got nothing. So I could totally see them doing that. Let's see. I think it's got to be either Jalen Carter or Christian Gonzalez.
Detroit is getting the 12th and 34th picks.
12th and 34th?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not too bad. I'm trying to see.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. It's draft day, baby. It's draft day.
It's draft day, baby.
It's draft day.
Oh, I gotta switch this back now. See, now this makes me like go all over the place. And I go back to Cardinals. One of these days I'm gonna figure out how to do this properly. We don't have to run through all this bullshit. Who you guys in the comments think it is? Who did the Cardinals trade back up for? Jalen Carter, Christian Gonzalez, some wild ass shit like Keely Ringo, or Will Levis.
No.
What if they drafted Will Levis right now?
Okay, so we got 2.5 minutes left for the Cards. man. It's got to be Gonzalez. It's got to be Gonzalez.
I would assume it's Gonzalez.
It's got to be Gonzalez. I'm gonna say Gonzo.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's fine.
No, don't do that.
That's fine. I get it. No. Flowers.
No.
Can confidently say it's not Flowers. So sorry. Okay, so I'll just do the pick is in thing.
No, hang on.
Pick is in.
Put the pick in. That's fine.
That's fine. I won't tell you. I won't tell everybody. I like this route. I like this route. I guess I didn't really think of it right now.
Oh,
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I don't know if you needed to trade back up for that. Where were they? They would have been at 12. Okay, 12. Well, yeah.
Well, it could Vegas take someone like that? It's very possible.
Yeah, very true. But I think you have quite a few options here for options at tackle by 12 that I don't think would necessarily be off the board.
So it's a tackle. It's a tackle. That's what you're telling me.
I thought you just said you didn't look yet.
I did.
Or you did look like. Yeah. Okay. Well, for everybody who doesn't know,
it's on the ticker.
Oh, okay. Well, wait. Well, we gotta wait for it now. See, we gotta wait for it to roll on by. Listen,
Roger's moseying up to the podium as we speak. So,
listen, people, comment. Do you want us to spoil these for you, or do you want to? Are you watching it live right now and don't want us to tell you what just happened? Or should we just say fuck it and tell you what happened, and then you can just leave if you you're just like, you know what? I don't want to watch this bullshit. I'm gonna go and watch it live. Let us know. Tell us in the comments how much you hate it when we tell you what happened already before it happened.
Wow.
Okay. So, anyways, the Cardinals have drafted Paris Johnson.
Paris Johnson Jr. From Ohio State.
OT1.
I think if this was your guy, if this was the guy that you really wanted, and maybe they got a tip, maybe they got a tip from somebody saying, hey, Vegas is planning to take Paris Johnson with their first pick. So you see an opportunity to hop up. I think it was a good strategy by Detroit. Fine strategy by Arizona.
I agree.
And now you have protection for Kyler.
Yeah. I think Paris Johnson is the best tackle in this draft. I think he's the most well-rounded. I think he is your prototypical left tackle. He can also play inside. He has played left guard as well. He hasn't played much on the right side. I think he has like 30 snaps on the right side or something like that. Not a ton. So he will most likely be on the left side. However, this protects Kyler a bit more. You're really showing confidence in him and less confidence in that ACL probably.
Yeah, man.
But I
don't know. I
like it. It's not a sexy pick.
I like the pick.
He's a great person as well. I think that doesn't get talked about as much. That dude is an absolute
dude. Who is that kid that just shook his hand though? Did you
I don't
see
know.
That?
Oh no, I for some reason took off the live stream.
Dude, the kid that he dapped up was bigger than he was.
Is it that situation where it was like Jordan Davis's dad? Remember that?
Bro.
Remember last year when Jordan Davis's dad was somehow bigger than Jordan Davis, and you're like, what the? He could play now. He looked like he was 65, but he could. Don't matter. You ain't getting around that. Good luck.
Okay, my Seahawks friends are in full panic mode right now.
About Devon Witherspoon? I don't get
because
it.
they're like, now what? Like their defense. Apparently they're, according to Richard Sherman, they're switching back to that defensive scheme that they used during the LOB years. And so now the question is, what do we do with Jamal Adams?
That's fine.
What do you do with Jamal Adams? He can't cover worth a damn.
Listen,
what is he going to do?
I have learned.
Switch him to edge rusher. Hey, put on 30 pounds. You're switching to edge.
Yeah, I have learned to not be overly critical on what is supposedly going to be a scheme going into the following year. Because a lot of the times the coaches are going to adjust to their players. I think Jamal Adams still got some juice in the tank. He can still hit really hard. You can utilize him in a certain way. Do I want him middle of the field closed?
No. You do not trust him in space. You don't trust him in man. I mean, if you're gonna run, I would say, like, if you're gonna run a version of if you're gonna run a version of like cover 3, like cloud, maybe like keep him close to the line of scrimmage. But I don't know what they're gonna do. Anyways, on to the 7th pick.
This is going to be really interesting now. Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to put QB twice on there. It's cornerback. That's what it's supposed to be. Cornerback isn't there. All they have is Nate Hobbs. That's all they have.
You did it right. You did it right.
Oh wait, hold on. Because currently their quarterback is this guy.
Congratulations!
Boom!
Congratulations!
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
There is.
That is nightmare fuel.
Is.
Okay,
so you don't want to draft over that, but now you're going to get a dude who puts mayonnaise. You're going to go from that to a dude who put mayonnaise in his coffee and eats bananas like I don't even know.
First of all, that man is just eating banana bread, sans bread. Like that was the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. And if you don't know what we're talking about, just do a quick Twitter search, Will Levis banana, and don't thank me later because you will be very, very disappointed in what you see. So
man, if that's in your Google searches, Will Levis banana.
It's either going to be, it's going to be really gross either way. So, but the Raiders up next, obviously quarterback is a need, but they did sign Jimmy Garoppolo. So Jimmy's back with Josh McDaniels in the Erhardt-Perkin offense. Do you still take a quarterback? Do you go offensive line? As of right now, like your best lineman is like Skaronski.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We did mock Christian Gonzalez here. So
we did.
That could be an option for sure. Do they? Listen.
So Jalen
Jimmy
Carter,
Garoppolo.
Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, Christian Gonzalez, Bijan Robinson, and Will Levis are our top 5 available right now. But
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about Jalen Carter.
Christian Gonzalez would be a fit. That would be a good fit.
Oh.
Did he come in?
I forgot. We forgot about one. Forgot about one. So the Raiders went a different route. I guess they are not content with Mason Crosby and Chandler Jenkins. So they decided to add more to that. So
pick
the
is
Raiders
in. Put the
pick. The pick is in.
I haven't seen it yet, so put the pick up.
The pick is in, and the Las Vegas Raiders have selected Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech.
There we go.
That's interesting. So Tyree is big enough to technically play. I mean, you could
put him in a lot of places.
You could play him in a lot of places. I've heard that some people like him as an outside linebacker, but that is a giant ass outside linebacker. If you're going to be playing him just like I don't even know, dude. He's not like a super quick dude. I don't know. Maybe this just doesn't show a lot of confidence in Chandler Jones because they just paid Chandler Jones. I don't even know what the contract looks like and how.
It's a big one. It's a big one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Aaron. Hell yeah, Aaron. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you're not getting out of it this year, that's for sure.
Hey, Aaron had a good idea for Jamal Adams. Run Adams as a linebacker like Landon Collins has been playing the last 2 years. Hey,
So
you're not wrong.
So everybody can forget about Jamal Adams like they forgot about Landon Collins.
Hey, don't you disrespect Landon Collins in this house.
Listen, I don't know.
Don't you do it.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
Broncos fans wanted Landon Collins so bad.
See,
like,
look,
for what?
The Raiders pick hasn't come in live yet. And they're guessing on NFL Live, and they're guessing Christian Gonzalez, just like we had thought. But no, everybody forgot about that Tyree Wilson was still on the board. I mean, no one, I guess, actually forgot. Everybody went with like need. The Raiders were like, no, we're going to go BPA.
Hey,
100%.
And that is why you're watching the BPA show.
Thanks, Raiders.
Thank you. Thanks for the plug. We appreciate it. God. It's awful. It's terrible.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Updated trade information here. Detroit gets the 12th pick, 34th pick, and the 168th pick. Mm-hmm. Arizona is getting the 6th overall pick and the 81st pick.
Okay.
So not a terrible trade. I mean, Detroit's picking up picks.
Mm-hmm.
You're gaining more ammunition. Again, This is a way for them to maybe trade back up or maybe just sit back, collect these picks, man. They're up at 12 next.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great. Okay, Atlanta's on the clock. I think this might be where Bijan goes.
Maybe.
This might be where Bijan goes. I don't know. I mean, I don't see Christian Gonzalez being the pick here because they just traded for Jeff Okudah. So now you have your secondary set as far as cornerback goes. I think at safety they still need a little bit of help. But could it be Will Levis?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think I honestly think the Falcons can go a lot of ways here. I don't have quarterback on there because they said that Ritter is their dude, but I mean, I honestly think that Will Levis's ceiling is definitely higher than Desmond Ritter for sure. I also think Jalen Carter is still there. That is another option.
Ooh,
I know
oh man, who's
Animata and Grady Jarrett.
Oh, Grady, that's what it is. Oh man, that would be nuts. That would be crazy.
Who don't? They just got someone last year too that I don't remember. Crap, I can't remember now. Anyways,
could they go receiver?
Maybe they just went. They went Drake Jackson last year, and then or not Drake Jackson. They went Drake London last year, and then the year before that they went Kyle Pitts. So they might three-peat.
But then you also lost. You lost Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I just don't know. I don't think it's wide receiver. I'm just saying we've seen some surprises already.
Mm-hmm. If we were to go BPA right now, it would be Jalen Carter. Like not even a question. I mean, but we would have
that's at the top of our top available.
So Christian Gonzalez is still there. Yep, that's an option. Jalen Carter. There's it's probably not going to see an edge for a while unless someone's super high on Van Ness. Yeah, I mean, my guess would be Jalen Carter here, to be completely honest. I don't think they're going to go Will Levis, but who knows? Let's refresh my screen and see if I know.
You better not.
Oh, baby.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
Yes. Even higher.
Wow.
Even higher than people were talking about. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Talk about BPA. I should have.
Falcons fans. Wow.
Yeah.
You are going to love this one. Let me tell you. Holy
That's a good
crap.
Room. That's a good room.
That's a great
That's a
pick
room.
For
You got three dudes back
put
there.
It in the banner.
So,
I love it. I love it.
So, oh man, because you have to have a lot of confidence in Desmond Ritter now, then, because I don't think your division is very winnable, and I don't think you're going to bet on being trash next year.
No.
And I think Arthur Smith is also coming up on you better put up or shut up. And the fact that he's put confidence in Desmond Ridder really says a lot. But now you got a lot of stuff that you got potential to take all the pressure off of him by drafting Bijan Robinson out of Texas. I love it. Him and Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier.
Put the pickers in. Put the pickers in. Just do it. Just do it.
Pickers in.
Oh man,
I love it. I forget who's next. But this is great so far. This is a good draft. Bears. Ooh.
This is gonna be
Jalen. Do they still get Jalen Carter?
I think so. I mean, that's what we mocked.
Uh-huh.
And
I don't know. Let's ask someone else's opinion and see what they think about it.
Someone else.
Let's talk to one of the hosts of Let's Talk Broncos, Zachary Seegers. What's up, my dude?
Hey. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, but we know you're feeling.
We can't hear you.
Insanely surprised with all these picks so far.
Oh man, that's a mic issue. I'll try and.
You're good. No, I can hear you.
No, you're good, dude. What is up? What do you think of these?
I'll use the computer mic. So you guys
no, that's fine. What do you think of these first 7 picks?
Pretty crazy.
I
didn't see Devon Weatherspoon going. The Texan stuff is interesting because I feel like CJ Stroud is the right pick, but it seems like there's reporting from Benjamin Solak, and Benjamin Solak knows his stuff. He doesn't report a lot of things. So I don't think he's just putting something out there that he heard from one random person. Because he's not a newsbreaker. He doesn't have to do that for his job. He's putting that out there because he really believes it and he's been hearing that stuff. So I think it's the right pick, but the ownership meddling aspect is super interesting on that. And it seems like they would have gone with Will Levis otherwise, and now he's flying down the draft boards. I think the Will Anderson addition is smart and he's a great player, but the trade for him is insane. They gave up more than the Rams gave up for Jalen Ramsey off an all-pro season. So that's nuts to me.
What do you think? What do you think about as an organization? What does that say about your organization when you bring in DeMeco Ryans, then you get your quarterback of the future, and then you're like, nah, we're going to come back up and get the face of the defense as well for the foreseeable futures?
That's nuts.
I wonder if it was an olive branch. That was my immediate thought. Okay, maybe ownership meddled and forced the coaching staff to take the quarterback they didn't like, rather, and then they were like, "Here, we'll give you your Nick Bosa replacement to make
shit." The Bears are trading down. The Eagles have acquired the 9th overall pick.
Jalen Carter.
It's got to be.
So?
It's got to be.
I think so. I think they want because we'll see what the Falcons take here. I'm curious if it's Bijan, but
no, Bijan just went to the Falcons.
No, he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, he hasn't. Sorry,
we're ahead. We're a tick ahead of the game. It
is the tip and picks.
Yeah,
Trying not to.
No,
Bobby.
I'm for it. I'm not opposed to it. I just am watching the thing live personally because I like the pageantry and whatever. But if I had to see a spoiler on Twitter, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Bijan is taken by Atlanta. Quick thoughts on that.
I love it. I mean, the hard thing with taking a running back top 10 is the investment of it all. It's not a premium position. So an elite running back impacts your team less than an elite tackle does relative to what the average is at that position. Like the wins above replacement for an elite running back is different, is way lesser than most positions. So on that end, I think it's a problem. I would have much rather they traded back and drafted Bijan Robinson, but I love this philosophy. I'm not a big like Drake London believer person. Like I think he's a good player. I don't think he's like a freak superstar worthy of a top 10 pick.
I don't think so either.
He's a first round receiver though. He's good. I think he's a Tim Patrick, but not a top 5 pick receiver. But you look at, they haven't popped the quarterback into it yet, but you're going to have Kyle Pitts, who I know he had a down year, but he's going to be, I think, a Hall of Famer one day. He's that level of freak. I think Bijan Robinson has a dang good chance to be there himself. And then Drake London's a really good starter. The offensive line is strong too. Like, if I'm a quarterback, I want to plot. I want to go to Atlanta.
Yeah,
and
all first
now
round.
we're in an age of veteran quarterback mobility too. Sorry, I'm not talking about veteran quarterback mobility. Maybe it's not just drafting a guy next year or drafting a Caleb Williams or whoever. There's a good chance of another very talented veteran. Maybe Kyler Murray off his ACL. Maybe the Cardinals have that number 1 pick. They want to go Caleb Williams. They want to move off Kyler Murray. That could be very interesting. Nation.
So do you think it's kind of weird though that they instead of just trading back some more to pile up those picks for next year, that they traded back up for Paris Johnson? Or do you like the idea of that? Do you like being able to build for the future, whether or not that's Kyler Murray or not?
I wish they kind of stayed back at 12 and kept those picks. Like, maybe, hey, if they love Paris Johnson, go get your guy. Like, if you think there's a drop off at tackle after that, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of good tackles. And I also don't believe in the huge like left tackle over right tackle thing. So I'd lump Darno right in that group. Like, I think we're going to see 5 tackles probably, or maybe not 5, but 4 or 5 offensive linemen, depending on how you want to qualify Skoronski, go between now and pick 20. Like, so, and the Cardinals were at 12. So I think they probably could have gotten a guy they really like. Now we're at pick
9.
And so we're 4 away. Only 1 tackle's gone off the board. They probably didn't have to do it. And I think they could have gotten a comparable talent, and they need the help everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
we're currently at pick 9. Eagles are on the clock, and they actually already made their pick. What was your guys' guesses again?
I believe Zach said Jalen Carter.
Pat, what's your Carter?
That is my selection.
You're damn skippy. It's Jalen Carter. Man, what a crazy ass front these Eagles have now. Like, so, my God, just rotate everybody in there. It's fine.
So, oh man, I just don't know what to say. Why are you trading up for that? Like, I mean, yes, it's 1 pick, but like, why are we trading up for that? I don't understand. If Chicago was going to take him, sure. But like, if you're Chicago, why trade down that 1 spot?
No, I completely agree. But at the end of the day, I think you have established yourself pressure that is going to be absolutely continuous, because you have rotation after rotation of that front that is just going to be absolutely monstrous. If Jalen Carter is going to like live up to that potential, or if those 8 pounds, those mother trucking 8 pounds are going to be his demise. You understand me? Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
I mean, I think a lot of people, when Chicago made that trade out of the 1st overall pick, I think a lot of people said, okay, maybe they do want to take, someone like Jalen Carter, but they don't want to take him 1st overall, right? So you trade down, you get all these picks, you get DJ Moore in return, and then you still end up getting your guy, but then obviously that's not going to be the case anymore. So,
I do not like what they did there. I guess they just knew they weren't going to take Jalen Carter, like if that's their logic. But I would have, if I'm the Bears, I would have taken Jalen Carter. I think they need elite talents on that team, especially on defense. All they picked up is a 2024 4th round pick from the Eagles. So you're picking up a 4th round pick. You're picking up a pick at the end of next year's 4th round.
That's wild.
So then that has to be smoke then, right? It has to be the Eagles front office saying, we really want Jalen Carter, and bullshitting, and then having the Eagles jump up being like just testing the waters, and then they at least get something out of it. But what they got out of it is
and in that sense, like based on the Bears board, it's a good move. You weren't going to take Jalen Carter, and you got something out of not taking Jalen Carter. as a neutral bystander who thinks the Bears just need elite talents, take one of the very few elite talents in this draft.
Yeah.
Take Jalen Carter. That's what they should have done. I don't know who they're about to take here at 9, but I bet I'd rather have Jalen Carter than whoever they're about to take at 9 plus that 4th round pick.
I think Christian Gonzalez would be pretty interesting here. But they need or they just go Skoronski and they just kind of throw him at right tackle. Yeah. Just because I think they have a lot of needs there. They have a lot of options. Maybe they're just like, you know what, we'll move back, we'll gain a pick and
yeah. So the Eagles pick. It's in right now. Come on, Roger.
Oh, no.
Jalen Carter. So if you're Chicago and your plan was to take Jalen Carter, maybe it wasn't. Maybe they wanted Paris Johnson.
No way that was their plan.
No way.
The moment Philly calls you, you don't make that trade if your plan's to take Jalen Carter.
Yeah, no. But hey, for the Eagles, though, this is a crazy pick. I mean, you're teaming up Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter again to just recreate that dominant Georgia front that we saw. All you're missing is those other 2 pieces on the outside. But I mean, they didn't have many holes to fill. Maybe they could have gone offensive line. Maybe, obviously Bijan's off the board. I had Bijan going to Philadelphia at 10. So maybe this was just one of those holes that they needed to fill. I mean, they had a lot of veteran guys. They got a lot of guys going on, coming off of contracts next season. This is just a way for them to add to the mix.
Well, and Philly's taken 4 positions in the history of Howie Roseman being there: defensive line, offensive line, wide receiver, and then they took 1 quarterback, Carson Wentz, of course. Other than that, like the distribution on the first round picks is very narrow. There's reports I saw, I'm missing the name on it now, but saying that they were calling for several picks trying to trade up for Jalen Carter. I think he was their guy, and now you've reformed the Jordan Davis Jalen Carter pairing, and that's going to be disgusting. Absolutely disgusting for the next 5 years.
Yeah, that's going to be sickening. So what is Chicago going to do here? They have a lot of different options. Obviously, we know
Robert Jones.
Ooh, I like that.
Close. I'll say it's close.
Oh my God! Here we go with the tipping.
I'll just say they're saying pretty much "fuck you" to Tevin Jenkins.
Then I know who it is. And I don't know if they're saying "fuck you" to Tevin Jenkins. I think they're saying
because I think he would have been playing that position if they didn't address that here. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because they got Nate Davis, so they're not really. They're Tevin. Yeah. Which is funny because like everybody was always so up in arms when the Denver Broncos didn't draft Tevin Jenkins, and then he ended up being a guard anyways, and like an okay one.
He'll be a guard for the Bears. They'll get Darnell Wright. I guess which makes sense. I think Darnell Wright's such a good tackle. The only thing I was worried about are the character things, just because it's so hard for us to know that on our media end. But the tape was there. I love.
Super aggressive. I mean, had some quote unquote consistency issues, but everything that I saw when I watched this tape was power, bullying offensive linemen. He's got that nasty streak in him, and the versatility is just the cherry on top, right? You can play him outside, you could play him inside, but I think anywhere you put him along the offensive line, he's gonna give you that edge as far as the run game goes and in pass protection. Did a great job against Will Anderson. Those 12 snaps were fantastic. It was great.
Yeah, I like this. It really solidifies. He's obviously not going to be he's not the most mobile. I think he's more mobile than people give him credit for. But he's a brick wall. He's strong. I compared him a little bit more like in this class, more of like a DeJuan Jones style where you're not going to have him pulling a ton, because I don't think he's that athletic, but I think he's more athletic than I do think than DeJuan Jones. I think he's
not nearly as long either.
No.
I mean, good
But
Lord.
but he's good size. He's like 6'6". He's still very long, and very powerful.
Hey, yo.
I like it. You're solidifying the right side of your line. That's good. And Braxton Jones on the other side. You're going to look pretty good. And you have a lot of interior opportunities later on. Like if you were to throw like a Steve Avila on that later on, you're looking at a very solid offensive line.
Yeah. So if you look down below, we have our BPA top 5 available right now. Christian Gonzalez still on the board as we're approaching outside of the top 10. Will Levis not taken in the top 10 at all, something that really was talked about a lot over these last couple of weeks. Could he have been taken first overall? That was one of the conversations that was had. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the wide receiver from Ohio State, he's still on the board. We kind of figured that would be the case. Peter Skoronski and Joey Porter Jr. from Penn State. I think Skoronski is most likely the next offensive lineman off the board, if not Broderick Jones after this pick, though.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of goes back to what people really think of him, though, right? If they think of him as a guard, are they going to think of him as a stronger guard than Osiris Torrance? I know that, like, they're different.
I don't know.
You probably they're a little bit different in style as far as like you might not want them in the same style of system.
No,
but
and I think Skoronski would benefit more from the gap scheme, whereas Torrance is probably going to be more of that zone spread work. Zach, what do you think? You're muted.
Classic. I was looking up stuff. I didn't want you guys to hear me typing and all that. Yeah, I think it's Skoronski. I'm a big fan of his personally. I think, you can try him at tackle. I think there's honestly a good chance he's been successful. Like I know the Iowa tape is pretty ugly, but I don't know. I think there's a good chance he can make it work at tackle. And I think he'd be a good guard. Obviously, there's some dependency. But I think it'll be the next lineman. Do you guys think the Will Levis slide ends now? Is what
I think it does. The pick for Chicago was Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle from Tennessee. I mean, over Broderick Jones, man, I don't know. I think they could have used Broderick Jones instead of Darnell Wright, but I think it's very scheme dependent. Wow, already.
I would have been happy.
Wow. Well, I think one slide is ending, but I don't think it's the one that you think it is, Zach.
Gonzalez. Well, are they owning their Farley miss? No, not Gonzalez. Skoronski?
No, they're not owning the Farley miss, and don't bring that up because I really loved Caleb Farley.
I missed on Farley too. Yeah, I don't.
Man, Zach, what do you think your worst draft miss has been since you've started like really covering it or really getting into it?
My worst was it looks so much better now, so I don't even know if I can call it the worst anymore. But I had Justin Herbert QB5 behind, or was it QB4? Because who were the QBs in that class? I had Burrow.
Yeah,
Burrow. I had Tua ahead of him, and I had Hurts ahead of him. So yeah, I had him QB4. Okay. I had him ahead of Jordan Love, but I had Jalen Hurts ahead of him. And for a long time, the Hurts thing looked ridiculous. But this year, it doesn't look quite as bad. I think that was the one I'd always go to. Let me think. I was a big Carlos Henderson believer.
Don't bring that name up. You know not to bring that name up. I mean, I really loved Herbert coming out, like not because of my affiliation, but I think he was so limited in his last year at Oregon by the offensive scheme that it just like it didn't play to his strengths at all. I mean, he was throwing bubble screens and quick screens and the occasional deep shot, but it really like he didn't get to showcase the talent that we had seen that previous year. So I think a lot of people kind of fell off of that Herbert train, but man, I missed on Hurts bad. And I'll admit that. I think a lot of people saw him coming out as that project, which I guess we could say like he kind of was, but man, he has really turned it around and become one of the my favorite quarterbacks to watch. He's so fun in the RPO game. Turned into a really good passer at the next level. And it sucks that I missed on that, but we all do.
All right. The Tennessee Titans.
Oh Lord.
Have made their pick. And I won't go too far into it. It's Peter Skoronski.
They need the offensive line help really bad. It makes sense.
Yeah. It just gives you versatility, right? Like you can put him, you have so many needs on the offensive line. And you can literally put him at any position. I think he played a little bit at center even coming out of high school. So he could literally play any one of those spots at a high level. So gives you opportunity.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think of the pick? What do you think of the pick and the person?
I mean, I like Skoronski a lot. I would have been, I don't know. My thing is, I think he's a guard, and it's hard for me to take those guys early because I don't know if he's a transformational guard. I think he's a really good player. 11 is still like, I would have gone Broderick Jones. I think Broderick Jones would be like a really elite offensive tackle in the NFL. He was my tackle 1, actually. So I'm surprised he's now going to be like the 4th guy off the bar. It's close with Paris Johnson and him. I think Johnson's better right now, but I don't know. If it was up to me and who I'd pick, I'd take Broderick Jones. I think for how good he is with how little experience he is, I want to bank on that guy.
And theoretically, he could be on the interior as well too. So that's why it doesn't really make. I don't know. I agree with you. I would have taken Broderick Jones here.
I don't get Skoronski. But that does make. Yeah, where's Levis going to slide to?
That's the big question here. That's the big question.
I thought that's where it was going to stop.
It'd be real fun.
Detroit. Oh, Detroit, you could fall right into Detroit's lap.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Goff, you have your quarterback. I would kind of want Detroit to take advantage of being high in the draft and not buy into like trying to win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Or trying.
You got to get through the Commanders as well.
I don't think the Commanders are going to go.
The Patriots, though.
The Packers are there.
The Patriots with all the Mac Jones hate.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. That's a really interesting thing that we really haven't delved that deep into. Is they were trying to trade Mac Jones this offseason. So could Will Levis be?
Can you imagine Will Levis and Bill Belichick in a meeting together?
No, I can't. I could imagine Will Levis and Dan Campbell in a meeting together.
Oh, okay, that's fair. The offensive coordinator.
I think the one thing about the Mac Jones rumors is it seems to me like trading Mac Jones is a Bill Belichick movement. And I think Robert Kraft right now might be tighter with Mac Jones than he is with Bill Belichick.
Ooh.
Like they're already pushing we're ready to move on to Gerard Mayo. There were reports earlier in this offseason that Robert Kraft basically told Bill Belichick, like, what you did with the coaching staff this last year was an embarrassment, and I'm not having you do it again. Yeah. And if you're not willing to change, I'll change who my head coach is. Which is crazy, you'd think, about Bill Belichick. So that'd be the one thing that would hold me up. But I think you've definitely got to consider them. The Commanders, like you said, then the Lions again, the Bucks at 19 makes sense. If he falls all the way to the Seahawks at 20, maybe they go, it's a dev option behind Geno. The Vikings at this point, they'd also be a trade-up candidate.
Yeah. But, the Vikings too. The Vikings are definitely a quarterback team to watch. Seahawks up there as well. The Raiders could possibly maybe trade back into the first round, but I don't really see them doing that. Maybe they come back up and take Hendon Hooker. Who knows? Or as KJ Wright said, Henderson Hooker.
Oh, please, Las Vegas Raiders take Hendon Hooker. Please,
I know. Please.
Holy shit, dude.
No, come on.
No, that can't be real.
No.
The Lions took Hendon Hooker?
No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that.
Really? Okay. Well,
okay, hang on. No. Let's play a game. Let's play. No. Before you do this, because it's going to be a minute. Before you do this.
This is the Lions. Holy shit.
Let's play a game.
Okay.
Oh, Lions.
Since we're going to keep.
I wanted them to kill this.
Oh, they killed something. Maybe it wasn't the pick. So let's play this game.
Was this their first pick?
Yeah.
Ask me if it's offense or defense.
Is it offense or defense?
It's offense.
Oh man. You guys are freaking out, so it's probably not Broderick Jones. Does that make too much sense? And also they wouldn't need him. Their offense. Well, maybe their offensive line's so stacked, it'd be kind of a funky pick.
Say it's a skill position.
Guys. It's a skill position.
Give me your
Is it like
guesses. 3 guesses
that you guys are upset about?
I'm not upset. I'm just shocked.
It'd be the wide receivers like Jordan Addison, maybe, because like Amon-Ra St. Brown's already a pretty heavy slot guy. So if they went with a slot only reach, I think that'd be a problem. Jahmyr Gibbs, right? And I don't know, maybe like a Luke Musgrave. I like him, but he's a little funky with the injuries and whatnot. I'll throw those.
And 12's real, and for him to be the first tight end off the board would be a little wild.
More drops than touchdowns.
And you did actually say the pick. It was Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yikes. And they're pretty 12. Set at running back.
Yeah. I mean, I think, can you really buy into DeAndre Swift as an RB1? I mean,
no, but
then Jamal Williams is gone. So I think maybe they're just looking, but
they just paid David Montgomery. Well,
and so like, what's the point of taking this pick at 12?
And you literally, I mean, okay, the
Patriots $6 million a year. That's like the Melvin Gordon contract, and it's over 3. It's bigger than the Melvin Gordon contract. Imagine if the Broncos took signed Melvin Gordon and then paid or took a running back in the top 12. It's better that they traded back. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is, I don't know. I could argue he's the second best he's the best offensive skill player on the board right now. If you just want to add a weapon, he can do a lot of receiving stuff for you, but whoa.
The only other team that most likely that could have taken him was probably the Patriots, who are on the clock in 2. But even then,
I had him going later. I had him.
Well, no. I know. I'm saying they're at 18, right? They're also at 18. So you would have had to pass over the Packers, the Patriots, the Jets, the Commanders, and the Steelers. Majority of those already have their running backs. So, I don't know if someone pushed the panic button and was just so high on Jahmyr Gibbs, but you're essentially getting another DeAndre Swift, which is kind of but better pass catcher, much better pass catcher. I think has a lot more. I shouldn't say another DeAndre Swift. I'm saying not a between the tackles style.
Yeah, he's not your 3-down back. He's not your typical 3-down NFL back. This is more of the scat back role is really what he does well. I think
you can line him up in the slot and
do
stuff with him. It's just
and that's where it's like, that's where the question mark is like, why at 12? Like, do you not think that there were maybe other positions that you could have valued higher than that? Like, or maybe that was just their guy. Maybe he had that fucking sticky note and he said Jahmyr Gibbs no matter what. I don't know.
Okay, so on to the Packers.
Yeah,
the Packers who just traded their boy. Traded up 2 spots. So
I don't know. What do you think here, Zach? What
in Jigba? Let's go. Let's set Jordan Love up to success. Let's win the breakup. Let's go.
Just the big fuck you to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, win the breakup. That said, they haven't picked a wide receiver in the first round since Broncos legend Javon Walker.
Hell yeah.
So I think that's probably not like, I kind of think it could be, I could see Dalton Kincaid here as another option. I do think they'll add a pass catcher, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think tight end could be in that play. Maybe Kincaid, maybe Michael Mayer. It would be great to see them pick a wide receiver in the first round after Aaron begged them for the last 3 years. Very similar to the Russell Wilson thing. He begged them for an offensive lineman for 3 years, and they just didn't do it. And then the second that they get rid of him, they do it.
I also think Brian Branch is an option here too, as well. I would love to see him in that secondary.
Myles Murphy, Lucas Van Ness.
Yeah, they did get rid of Jen Reed, didn't they?
The Lions right now for David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are paying like as much for that tandem as the Packers are for Aaron Jones. So it's now in terms of investment a top 7 backfield. So you need that type of production out of that backfield, and I don't know if I think Jahmyr Gibbs plus David Montgomery is that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that either. I mean, again, it's the head shaker. This is the head shaker pick. It's like, why?
I don't know. They might do something crazy here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's
one. We got 18.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do the thingy. Picking.
What do we got, Loggins?
The Green Bay Packers select Jared Van Ness.
Who?
Or Lucas?
Lucas Van Ness. Why do I always say Jared Van Ness? Because my mind goes Jared verse every single time. Jared verse Lucas Van Ness. Jared verse Lucas Van Ness.
Okay, so
I like
go edge rusher. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, there's little Rashawn Gary there. Big bully athlete.
Fresh is the word that I would use to describe Lucas Van Ness. I mean, didn't start a game in college, and you're a top 15 NFL draft pick. That's insane. Has that ever happened before? Do we know that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I'm trying to figure out where they're going to play him.
I mean, honestly, you can play him in a number of roles. You can play him outside. You could put him inside when you go nickel or dime sets. I mean, I think that there's plenty of opportunity for him to get on the field.
That's in Smith's contract.
Pretty sure Rashawn Gary is coming up on that contract too.
I think he's only like year 3.
It's coming up.
It's coming. Yeah,
Oh man. Okay, so
he just signed. So Preston isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Well, cool. Good rotation of guys. I like it. He might be doing what he did in college, but I like it.
What? Riding the bench?
Just rotating in.
I shouldn't say riding the bench. No, I think that this was
riding the bench is what you should.
This was going to be the direction that Green Bay was going to go. I think, regardless of whether or not they moved up 2 spots. I mean, looking at all of their visits that they had, they were really prioritizing those early edge rushers. I mean, they brought in Myles Murphy, they brought in Lucas Van Ness. So obviously, this was the direction that they wanted to go. So Patriots on the clock now. Could this be Christian Gonzalez?
Livestream's moving now.
I'm still hung up on the Jahmyr Gibbs thing. Who's taking that 18? Like, I'm sorry, just pick him at pick 18 and still get a premium player. Get an edge rusher yourself while you can. But yeah, I like Lucas Van Ness. The other element of that, Rashawn Gary's coming off an ACL tear. I think he's ready, or supposed to be ready for September, but the idea you won't have to play him 50 snaps a game right away is appealing. You can get Lucas Van Ness's feet wet. Eventually, Preston Smith will be out of the picture, and you'll have your long-term pairing. Just the timelines make a lot of sense. Patriots, we talked about, I think, maybe
Roger Jones?
Not all of your top 3, but 3 of your top 4. 4 of your top 5, I'd have in very high consideration. Gonzalez, obviously. Will Levis, obviously. But also, I think you look at Nolan Smith as a very high character edge rusher. It fits the Belichick prototype somewhat, though he's not so much of a pocket pusher, which Belichick likes. And then Belichick had the utmost respect for Joey Porter as a player, battled them a lot in the AFC, or battled him a lot rather in the AFC. I think he'd like to add a cornerback to that secondary too after they lost some guys.
Yeah, this is an area that the Patriots could go a myriad of different ways. I mean, is Christian Gonzalez going to be the type of corner that they go for? Probably not. Bill Belichick loves his physical, athletic corners. Joey Porter Jr. fits that that prototype. Could Broderick Jones? The Steelers have acquired the 14th overall pick from the Patriots. I think we know who this is going to be. I think we know.
So wait, who else is on? So, Broderick Jones is still there. Yeah, Broderick Jones. It's got to be Broderick Jones.
I think we know, and it's not Broderick Jones. I think we know.
You think?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I think that we know. Pittsburgh trading up. Come on.
Oh, you think? Oh,
come on.
You think they're being sentimental?
Come on.
I was saying it for like 5 minutes, like, yes, Boggins. I was on mute the whole time. Joey Porter Jr. It's going to be such a sweet story. I really hope it's him. That'd be amazing.
I know. I hope it is too. And honestly, like, obviously we'll wait for the trade compensation to come out. But they didn't have to move up that far. I mean,
they have traded pick 14 for 17 and 120.
Oh yeah, it's not bad, not terrible at all. To move up 3 spots.
Yeah,
that's great. That's good value.
Yeah, that's great value. Yeah, man, I would be so embarrassed right now if I was the Houston Texans. Just worse and worse as the night goes on, or as this draft goes on. It was extreme.
Yeah, they definitely gave away a lot of draft capital, and I mean that's obviously moving up 9 picks is a lot, but yeah, it's just not a great look for them.
They're just still sweating from the excitement from the first 3 picks. They were happy that they got to go to bed early.
I like the picks. I said that I like the picks when it happened, and I still do. Like I like the picks for them. Giving away that capital, yeesh. You never want to, but
absolutely.
Come on, who's it going to be?
I want it to be Joey.
Oh,
no, Broderick Jones.
Oh, all right.
So Joey Porter's got to be mad if it's not Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah.
It is not Joey Porter.
Broderick Jones. It's a good pick. It's a really good pick. They need it. Set up Kenny Pickett for success. Don't be sentimental about the pick. It makes sense, but
yeah, I mean, you need to rebuild that offensive line. If you're investing into Kenny Pickett the way that you say that you're investing into Kenny Pickett as your quarterback of the future, you have to bring in an offensive line that's actually going to get the job done on offense. I mean, the run game looked terrible last year. Kenny Pickett was obviously thrown into the fire. Mitch Trubisky, I'm sorry, you thought he was going to do something? No. Now's your time to invest. Broderick Jones, you're OT1, Zach. We loved him as well. I think you're getting a guy who's uber athletic. You're getting a guy who has the size profile. You're getting a guy who can still grow into his game as well. That Georgia offensive line was very talented all across the board. But Broderick Jones, I love watching him get out in space. And I think that that's one of those areas where if you're Pittsburgh and you're saying, okay, we got to get the screen game going, we got to get the run game going, this is the opportunity where you can get Najee Harris back to that big running back status and get the offense moving so that you can alleviate some of that pressure off of Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I love it. He's my number 1 tackle. You're getting him as the 4th, 5th offensive lineman off the board. Yeah, I thought you put it perfectly. He was a really good starter for Georgia in the SEC, playing really tough competition on the way to, helping them win a national title. And I think he has 19 career starts. And again, the athletic ceiling is really high there. So I think you've seen promising development from him already. You've seen good tape from him already. And I think, unlike a Paris Johnson, maybe there's a lot of untapped potential left there where
definitely.
If there's a tackle in this draft that's making all pros, to me, it's either Darnell Wright at right tackle or Broderick Jones.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Well, hey,
thanks. Oh, go
Zach,
for it.
Appreciate you stopping by, man. Love your work. Please plug away. Like, let the people know where they can find you.
Absolutely. Please, everyone that's enjoying this live draft thing, I think we'll do not so much a live, but like it will be live, but a live instant reaction to the Broncos pick with me, Joey, and Frankie tomorrow night. So check that out over on YouTube. And there's some other exciting things going on with Let's Talk Broncos. We're moving, we're shaking. So go over to the Let's Talk Broncos YouTube, because that is going to be the guaranteed place where you can find all of that. If podcasts are more your speed, you can find all of that stuff wherever you listen to podcasts as well. And then if you're a college football fan, I've got CU Buffs coverage coming out of my ears. All your Coach Prime goings on I'll have for you. So check that out. Thank you both so much for having me. Now that I'm on the Buffs beat, I don't get to talk draft so much, so it was fun to scratch that. Thank you both.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, thank you, Zach, for stopping by. Everybody, please go follow Zach on Twitter. Go follow his stuff. His Buffs coverage, second to none. I can't wait to see more of it as the season goes on.
Unbuffelievable.
Okay, dude, that's enough. Get out of here, okay. Zach. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of the draft, man. Appreciate it. Man. Oh, cut him out. Cut him
That's
off.
I'm just kidding.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done. Get out.
I liked your Hot Ones reference there. You didn't think I knew? You didn't think I heard that? That was great. That's good. Tell the people where to find you.
Hey,
let's see.
This was an interesting trade up for me, because are the Patriots thinking now that are the Patriots thinking now we can get our corner at 17? Who knows?
Might be Deontay Banks.
God, wouldn't that be crazy? Christian Gonzalez, though, falling to 15. I don't think this is Christian Gonzalez here at 15. I think this is Jackson Smith and Jigba. And if you already know, I swear to God, I'm going to punch you in the throat. I
don't know. So my throat is safe.
Hey, yo.
Hey, that's why they call me the throat. No, I'm sorry.
There's a video just surfaced of Denver Broncos head coach Sean Payton. Boy, he is hitting that bong. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
That's a big rip.
Video of Sean Payton ripping hard.
Okay, so I need to update our big board here. Oh, nope, It's fine. Currently our top 5, the BPA top 5 available players. Number 1, Christian Gonzalez. He has fallen quite a bit. We had him going top 10 out of the top 10. Will Levis, quarterback from Kentucky. Not a top 10 quarterback. Weird.
Not a top 15.
Not a top 15 quarterback. What if What if the Jets take Will Levis?
I was kind of hoping the Packers would do it, just to repeat the cycle again.
Yeah, sorry, hey Jordan, we're actually not going to take a wide receiver.
You know,
we're going to take a quarterback. We're going to take Will Levis.
I did see someone bring up that Gonzalez and Sauce Gardner would be pretty nasty.
Woo!
That would be a pretty nasty secondary, and I would love to see it. Yeah, I think a lot of. Oh, I probably should change the graphic. Man, I really got to go all the way around to find this now because the Jets be moving around, and that was too far. There it is. The Jets roster is actually insanely solid.
Their defense is solid. Their defense is solid on paper.
What offensive linemen do we have left? Let's see. Anton Harrison is still there.
Antoine Harrison, DeJuan Jones, Torrance, John Michael Schmitz, and Avila are top 5 offensive linemen.
They really need.
I mean, they're talking about Nolan Smith on NFL Network right now. I don't know if that's the pick, but so they did just get DJ Reed from Seattle at corner. So they have DJ Reed, Chuck Clark, Jordan Whitehead, Sauce Gardner, and Michael Carter II is the starters for the Jets secondary. And I mean, that front is just insane. Franklin Myers, Solomon Thomas, which whatever. Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, Quincy Williams, CJ Mosley. That's a good front. Wow. Hamza Nasiruddin. Oh man, that was a draft crush of mine. That's really sad to see.
Yep, that's a good one. I think Kincaid might be an option too. They really need. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it's Kincaid. I don't know if it's Kincaid.
I personally love Anton Harrison, and I think that it is an option here, especially when you don't know what's going to happen. Huh?
With Becton?
Yeah. But I like Anton Harrison a lot.
So tight ends for the Jets, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzoma. I think they're fine at tight end. Uzoma's coming off that injury, so he'll be back. I mean, running back's not in the question for them now. That's for fucking sure. But I mean, they do have Connor McGovern, Laken Tomlinson. Yeah, that's fine. Elijah Barrett Tucker. So the interior is fine. Your big question marks are Max Mitchell and Mekhi Becton. And they still have bag of bones, Dwayne Brown. Shout out to Kenny and Jake. Bag of bones, Dwayne Brown is the backup left tackle for the Jets. The pick is in, though.
Oh, shit. Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I like it. It's high for me.
Oh, no.
But I like it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It's high.
Oh.
It's high. Wow. I know. I already know how you feel about him.
I mean, I like him, but not at 15. Small. Wow. Over yikes. Okay. Well, this is an interesting pick. I don't know about this one, man.
I mean, if you wanted a speed rusher, you got Solly, your speed rusher now. The New York Jets have selected Will McDonald. Jr.
Will McDonald, the fourth.
Is it real?
Iowa
is it
State.
The fourth?
Yes.
Why am I reading junior here? Idiot.
Not sure.
Okay. Anyways, speed rusher, out of minute,
small frame.
Yeah.
Iowa State. The first. This was a fun fact. Iowa State only had one player selected in the first round of the NFL draft up until today. And that was in 1978, I believe is what it was. And it was a running back. That was it. That was the last time Iowa State had a player selected in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts.
I think McDonald came in at the Senior Bowl at 238 as well. He was very small.
Yeah, quite low. But if we're talking about Nolan Smith and Will McDonald, being first round talent, we got to include Will McDonald. He put on a great performance at the Senior Bowl. Definitely left mobile. Impressing a lot of teams.
Will McDonald has a little bit more tech than Nolan Smith, in my opinion, and I think he's got a nasty rip and spin. Yeah. I think he has a higher ceiling personally, but it's very surprising. I for sure would have said that Nolan Smith would have went before Will McDonald. I didn't even know if Will McDonald was going to make it.
Well, you know what? Hey, listen, Aaron Rodgers got traded from the Packers, okay? And the Packers selected an edge rusher. He goes to the Jets. And what do? They select an edge rusher. Welcome to New York, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to New York, Aaron.
That's how they do things.
He's gonna go to One World Trade Center and smoke ayahuasca in the lobby.
On to the Commanders. This has to be where one of the cornerbacks goes, right? This has to be either Gonzalez, Porter, Deontay. So this is where I've been mocking Deontay Banks a lot. But shoot, man, Christian Gonzalez and Porter really slipping.
Yeah, I think this is a great spot for any of the corners. I think they really have their crop of picks here, right? You're really, oh my God, this kid announcing the Jets. Yeah.
Yeah, he's screaming.
Congratulations.
Sorry, all I could pay attention to was the kid screaming.
Jets fans are not happy.
The crowd was silent.
Shut this kid up. That's not who we wanted.
I've never heard a whole crowd before just go, huh?
Weird.
Weird. All right, huh?
Yeah. So, Aaron. Aaron is watching the show. He is.
He's
a big Commanders fan. And
we have the biggest shock of the draft.
No way.
No.
Stop.
No way.
Okay. Send it to me in the private chat because I don't want to break Aaron's poor little heart right now. Let's not tip this pick too bad for him. Oh my God, I just saw it. Oh my God, Aaron, I am so sorry, my friend. Wow.
That's interesting.
I cannot believe that. Wait, hang on. Cool. Great pick. Kamani, I know you're not talking about this pick, but damn, dude.
Wow, what? That's
because you came to the right place, my friend. You
I have heard
to the right place.
I've heard a lot of people talk about him potentially. Not a lot of people, a couple people, talk about him potentially in the first round. I thought that if that actually happened, which I didn't think was very likely, it would have been at the bottom of the.
Yeah, I think with all of the corners, I'll tip you that, Aaron. With all of the corners going in this class, this was the last guy, especially with the ones that are available.
I'll give you this. He has the record for most pick sixes in Power 5. So there you go. Oh, well, no.
Well, Kenny.
Sorry to say.
Tell you.
No,
it's not.
So, all right. So the Washington Commanders have selected Emmanuel Forbes,
cornerback from Mississippi State. Wow.
Look, the guy weighs 168. I think he showed up
66 pounds.
166.
What he weighed in at the combine.
Super skinny, lanky, not as great of hips as you would hope. And a decent click and close. He obviously can read the ball pretty well because he has as many pick sixes as he does. But if you watch the tape, I'm not going to take anything away from him, but a lot of it is placement of the ball. Like the quarterback underthrows it insane amount. And I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but I will say that is where a lot of his pick sixes come from. And to me, with Christian Gonzalez and Porter Jr. and Deontay Banks still on the clock, and you're going to reach on.
I would take Keely Ringo over Emmanuel.
Yeah,
I would take Keely Ringo over Emmanuel.
That's just, I don't know. I mean, hell, maybe they know something we don't, and maybe it works out for them.
Yeah,
great. But
Gonzalez is on the board. Joey Porter's on the board. I mean, so many. You just decline Chase Young's 5th-year option. Edge rusher all of a sudden is now a potential need as well. Offensive line. Antoine Harrison is there. Why are we reaching so far? That blows my mind, man. That's wild. Will Levis still on the board? Like, you value Emmanuel Forbes more than Will Levis? You like Sam Howell?
The Pats have to be cracking up laughing right now, right? The Pats have to be dying laughing. They're like, oh, sick. Well, we're going to take Christian Gonzalez now. Or Porter Jr.
238. It's like 3 grand. That's great. That's good. I don't know, man. That's wild. The mock draft, I'm running the mock draft simulator as these picks go. The mock draft simulator gave the Jets pick a C. I can't wait to see what it gives the Commanders pick. A B+. A B+ is what it gave it. Wow. And Deontay Banks is still there.
Yep.
And Deontay Banks is still there. What is going on? What is going on in the House of Commons?
The Pats, they're so excited right now.
Dan Snyder.
So now the Pats and the Lions are up. So the Lions now are going to get their corner that they've been wanting. Well, I mean, they have addressed it a little bit, but I'm not like super in love with it, and I still think they can get upgrade there. But I guess the rest of the league doesn't think so with Christian Gonzalez and sliding like that.
Aaron, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but this right here, I mean, it's everything. That's everything. Dan Snyder said, you know what?
I kind of want to hear what the commentators they're how they react to it. That's funny.
Yeah. Let's
oh shit
on this.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, for those of you watching live, all the broadcasters just were quiet after the announcement for a good 5 seconds, and then you just heard, whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
but then the Patriots come in hot and do what the Redskins should have done.
6 foot, 166. He's long, yes. He's got instincts, yes, but man, he's going to have a tough time in the NFC East. I can tell you that.
He's long, but he's barely 6 foot. And so it's not like that super lengthy. And he doesn't have he fights well enough to be in press coverage, but he's not Christian.
He's not gonna like be over physical. He's not gonna he's an off man guy. And now he's gonna have to go up against now he's gonna have to go up against guys like AJ Brown. He's gonna have to go up against Michael Gallup, bigger wide receivers in the NFC East. Are you gonna put him on? Yeah. Are you gonna put him on bigger wide receivers? Probably not. Are you gonna have him follow around guys in the slot? Probably not. I just don't understand. They needed a true outside corner, and they really didn't do themselves any favors here.
Yep. All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. New England Patriots are up, and they did what we all thought the Washington Commanders were going to do. They are, what I say before, they were absolutely laughing their asses off. And sure enough, Christian Gonzalez goes to the New England Patriots.
Yeah, good pick for Bill. Good pick for Bill.
Who knows? It maybe we're the idiots, and maybe it pans out a different way. But Christian Gonzalez is, in my opinion, the best cornerback in this class. Like he is insanely smooth. He has the size. Yes, he can be inconsistent sometimes, but I think he has the absolute raw talent to be a shutdown, lockdown corner in this league. Emmanuel Sanders is less versatile. I think that in man coverage, straight line, he'll be a bit better than crossing face.
Barely.
But yeah.
Barely. My goodness. That's oh man, that's wild. Yeah. Anyways, Christian Gonzalez to the New England Patriots. I love this pick. I think that this is perfect for Bill Belichick. I think that it's the right way to go. You needed a cornerback. You get your cornerback all along. You got to trade down and you get an extra pick for it. I think that that's perfectly fine. Very technically sound. This is a guy that you can play off. You can play him in press. You can play him in zone. He's got very fluid, good ball skills, and he's still coming along with his ball skills as well. Yeah, there you go, Kenny. See,
you found a way. We're reading them on Twitter while watching them on our phones as well. So it's fun to look at Twitter to see the actual picks and then listen to the commentator reaction of like, holy shit, what did they just do?
Yeah. So this also allows Detroit to get their guy as well. I mean, if corner is the way that they want to go, fine. But edge rusher is still up there. I mean, our top 5 right now, our top 5 available, Will Levis now, our number 1 is off the board to New England. Jackson Smith and Jigba is still there. Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith, and Miles Murphy, the edge from Clemson. Those are our top 5 available. I don't know. Who do you see here for Detroit, Boggy?
You could go so many different ways since they went running back with their first pick now. We're kind of back at square one with someone on the interior, maybe Brian Bresee.
Ooh.
And well, wait. Jalen Carter's gone, right? Where'd he go again? Philly. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, someone on the interior, we were just talking about cornerbacks. There's been none gone until Emmanuel Forbes and Devon Witherspoon, obviously up at 5, which is also hilarious to think about the Seahawks and how they could have literally taken any of those picks to move back and get Devon Witherspoon as well. And then Emmanuel Forbes just hop in the pile. So now that leaves a lot of good cornerbacks for the Lions, like a Porter Jr., like a Deontay Banks, maybe Keely Ringo. Tweet by Dave Portnoy, steal of the draft, Christian Gonzalez. Even Dave Portnoy knows that was the steal of just being I don't know, man. Weird pick. But my guess right here would probably be Tory Porter Jr.
Kenny thinks tight end since they just traded Hawkinson. Could be. We talked with Kent Lee Platty a little bit ago, and he did say that he wouldn't mind a first round tight end for the Lions, but I don't know if they do.
I should hit him up and see what he thought of the first pick.
Oh man, he's probably fuming. Jake with some Ringo dad slander. Interesting. I don't know. I like Keely Ringo as a prospect. I think he's his instincts are there. He understands how to play zone coverage pretty well. I mean, he's got the straight line speed, sure. He's got good size, but he gets a little trigger happy sometimes, and it can be his downfall. Let's see here.
They are still going. Pick is in apparently.
Throw it up.
And what the fuck are they doing?
Oh my god.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. What is going on? Did Christian Gonzalez kill someone? Oh! No, I like this. I like this. Listen, I like this. You don't like this. I like this.
I don't know if I don't like this. It's just not here. Both of them have been just like insane reaches.
I like this a lot. And
I asked
why in a second.
Kent says, I asked him, where do you think they go now? And he's like, nobody knows anything.
So I put it down there. Kenny, good job, Kenny.
You're not wrong, buddy.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
hey,
okay. Can we talk about it, or do we? Because I want to talk about the.
Let's wait till it comes across the ticker.
Okay. Because you just re-signed.
And there it is. Jack Campbell, linebacker from Iowa. Wow. Not someone who I would have imagined going top 20. But okay, that's fine. Wow, they got a C+. Surprise.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, like, just get your guys. Like, maybe they were just super high on these dudes, and that was like, I mean, get your guy. I mean, but just, I mean, Dan Campbell isn't that
Daniel Cannibal?
Yeah, Daniel Cannibal isn't a super strategic guy. Maybe, you know, he doesn't seem like, he's just like, hey man, I like this dude, man. Let's get that guy, man. But you could probably trade back and do the, hey, I don't fuck around, man. I just want to get my guy. I love
this guy.
I just want to get this guy, man. So that's maybe exactly how it went down, where they're just like, we have our guys, and that's what we want.
Yeah, that's interesting night for Detroit for sure. Yeah, I mean, get your guy. Like, if you got a guy in your list, and you know, you're afraid that he's gonna go get your guy, man. Don't be afraid.
He's like Kevin Costner in Draft Day, except he's not being strategic about it. He's not trading back for anything. He's just like, this guy's got heart. He's who I want.
I mean, I think looking at their defense, oh man,
they have Malcolm Rodriguez. They just re-signed Alex Anzalone
and Derek Barnes. I mean, okay,
like
I think
it's just weird.
But like, is Alex Anzalone gonna be like? Is he a better Mike than Jack Campbell would be in the NFL? I don't know, man. I feel like Jack Campbell was not appreciated as much as he should have been.
No, I agree. It's not the player. I enjoy the player a lot. I just think that this is too high.
Well, Will Levis, you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's true, but I mean, shit, he's on the board. They need a quarterback.
I'll let you know in 2 seconds, but they did just sign Baker Mayfield. So
yeah, come on.
Hey, stop. Baker Mayfield is the future, man. Okay, man. Baker Mayfield is the future, man.
Yeah, he's got grit. He's got grit.
He does. He's been training with Luke Kuechly as well. So like he's a giant human being for that position. Big dude. And he's decently athletic, not like a crazy amount of athleticism, but he's very smart. He's very smart. He's your classic big.
He's an Iowa linebacker, dude.
He's a big Mike.
That's a corn-fed Iowa Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm so surprised I didn't go Jared Van Ness.
Lucas,
did I just do it again?
Yeah, you did it again. You need to get Jared Verse out of your head, man.
I can't. He's too sexy. I can't. He's too sexy. He's going.
Relax.
He's a beast.
Relax.
Man. He's a beast.
Relax. All right, Tampa Bay up. Tom's not there. Who gives a shit?
Yeah! Love it. Love it.
Let's see.
Love it. I'm going to quote tweet this. Yeah. Love.
Will Levis is Bo Callahan. Tweet of the day. Tweet of the day.
Oh, pick is in. Sorry. Pick is in. So they ended up going not any of the direction that I have here on the screen of QB or
was it? Hey, wait. Was it someone that I mocked there?
No.
Oh, damn.
It's someone we both. I think you love him as well as I love him a lot. He was one of my draft crushes.
Oh,
I was super high on him.
Oh, him. Oh.
Okay. I think you're owing for the same reason, but I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I am. And because now all I'm thinking of is Vita Vea. And this player together. That's all I'm thinking of. That's going to be disgusting. What in the world?
So, oh my gosh, dude. Look, so I will say who he's going to be playing next to is Logan Hall, Vita Vea, Greg Gaines.
Jeez. Oh, yeah, they did sign Greg Gaines, huh?
Yeah.
They're just bringing all the dogs back.
Ugh. Nasty. Gross. The Tampa Bay Huskies draft, because they got a lot of UW players. They draft Kalijah Cansey.
Wow.
Out of Pitt. And I couldn't be more happy. That is awesome. Obviously not as 6'1", 3.
He was like 283.
Yeah, 280, not 3. Obviously small frame. Obviously has been comped to Aaron Donald. He's not Aaron Donald, but he is a vicious, smaller version of Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
That will be
ferocious hands.
Probably, I would think have to be on the edge. 3 tech in the NFL for sure.
I mean, shit. The way that they use their defensive linemen in Tampa Bay, I mean, we could see him taking reps outside. We could see him taking reps as nose. We could see him taking reps all over the place. All I know is that him and Vita Vea are going to be disgusting. That defensive front, that's going to be a tough front to run against for sure.
That's a good pick. Finally.
Yeah. I mean, you bring in Gaines, right? You bring in Gaines. You still have Logan Hall, who I loved as well. You still have Logan Hall.
Seahawks are back.
Vita Vea, now Kalijah Cansey. They comped him to Ed Oliver. Yeah.
He's not.
I don't see Ed Oliver.
About that.
But
Seahawks went. Who'd they go with their first? They went
Devon Witherspoon.
Devon Witherspoon. So they still need interior offensive line, and they also still need corner or edge
rusher. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could have just put my own graphic there.
So as we get to pick 20, let's do a quick little recap here. So first overall, Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama, went to the Panthers. I think we all saw that one coming. Houston then took CJ Stroud, number 2. They then traded up to the number 3 spot to take Will Anderson for a hefty package. Indianapolis took Anthony Richardson, our QB1. Seattle then took Devon Witherspoon at 5. Arizona traded back up to 6 and took Paris Johnson Jr. from Ohio State. Vegas took Tyree Wilson, the edge from Texas Tech. Right? Did I mess that up?
What?
No, I'm right. Yeah, they took Tyree Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it. Anyways, and then Atlanta took Bijan Robinson at 8. Philadelphia took Jalen Carter. They traded up 1 spot and took Jalen Carter at 9. Chicago then took Darnell Wright from Tennessee with their first round pick. The top 10 picks are interesting because obviously the trade down and then the trade back up for Arizona. I mean, Philadelphia trading up one spot with Chicago to take Jalen Carter. And then Bijan going to Atlanta, nuts. So pretty crazy. And then at 11, Tennessee took Peter Skoronski. Don't know where he's going to fit in, but whatever. Detroit then took Jahmyr Gibbs, the running back from Alabama, at 12. Big reach. At 13, Green Bay took Lucas Van Ness. 14, Pittsburgh traded up with New England and took Broderick Jones, the offensive tackle from Georgia. The Jets take Will McDonald IV, the edge rusher from Iowa State, at 15. Washington shockingly taking Emmanuel Forbes, the cornerback from Mississippi State. And then New England getting Christian Gonzalez, a consensus top 5 pick in the draft, at 17. And at 18, sorry, I am trying to get this up. At 18, Detroit takes another reach in Jack Campbell, the linebacker from Iowa. Like the player, don't really like the value. And then at 19, Tampa Bay taking Kalijah Kancey from Pitt. Now we have Seattle back on the clock at 20. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still on the board.
They have the option of every single wide receiver.
Yeah,
so they could potentially go wide receiver.
This should be where the wide receivers start.
Either that or edge. Like they could say that like Nolan Smith is still there.
Yeah.
They could go.
Miles Murphy is still there. Keon White, Adi, and Felix Anudike Uzoma are the top 5 edges on the board right now. Top 5 quarterbacks on the board. Will Levis from Kentucky still available even at 20. Could this be Will Levis?
If it's not, literally, unless a team trades up, he's not going anywhere until pick 29 with the Saints.
Ooh.
That's the only other option for the first round. Otherwise, he's fallen out of the first round.
Yeah. Or Minnesota.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So top 5, we'll do top 5 at each position since we have a little bit of time here. Top 5 quarterbacks: Will Levis, quarterback from Kentucky; Hendon Hooker from Tennessee; Tanner McKee from Stanford; Jake Haener and from Fresno State; and Dorian Thompson-Robinson from UCLA. I would throw Clayton Tune in there as well. Top 5 wide receivers still on the board: Jackson Smith and Jigba, Zay Flowers from Boston College, Jordan Addison from USC, Quentin Johnston from TCU, and Jalen Hyatt from Tennessee. I mean, there's players available, man. There's people there. Where's Levis going? Who knows? I think we just named it. I mean, Minnesota is probably the next team that would take him. Maybe. Baltimore just signed Lamar to a big contract, so that's not happening. New Orleans, Boggy said. Other than that, he's a second-round guy.
Yeah, I don't see Vikings doing it, but maybe. They did swing on Kellen Mond a couple years back, and that obviously hasn't panned out. So maybe they're going to try it again, just because Kirk Cousins is obviously getting older and he doesn't have much longer to live. Probably, just kidding. So if they pass Vikings, it'll either be the Saints, who don't. I don't even know who their starting quarterback. Andy Dalton, who's their starting quarterback right now?
I believe it is Dalton. Yeah.
Yeah. So could go there, or he falls into the second round, or another team trades up, which is also a possibility, just to get that 5th-year option on him. That could be an opportunity. Oh, the Seahawks have picked, and I like it. It is exactly who I said.
Okay. The pick is in. Throw the pick. Throw it up. Damn it.
Pick it in. Say it with me. Pick it in.
Pick it in.
Damn Skippy.
Who is it? Is it?
Yeah, Cantley Plotty about the.
Yeah, there it is.
Same page. Yeah. So the Seattle Seahawks take Nolan Smith out of Georgia. Good picks.
No,
Good
they
picks.
don't.
I like it. What?
No, they didn't.
What do you mean?
No, they
That's
didn't.
what I have. That's what I see.
That's wrong. That is incorrect, my friend.
I have. Oh, no, they changed it. Oh, sorry. Wrong. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba is a Seahawk.
False
I
report.
mean, I like it. You get the
No,
top. You get the top wide receiver in the class.
Yeah.
You know, and
Lock
that was
eventually.
someone they needed. So I like it. And if you're playing lock it outside, you might as well just use Smith and Jigba in the slot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I could see it being. I don't know. I just don't like locking on the outside.
When was the last time? When was the last time Seattle took a receiver in the first round?
Oh, in the first round, that's a good question because DK was second. Eskridge was second. They really like second round receivers. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. They're talking about they're talking about how the Seahawks need a slot wide receiver. So there we go. Let's see. I'm looking. Wow. Yeah, no. Oh, Paul Richardson was second round. It has been a long time. Jeez. Corin Robinson, 2001. Corin Robinson was the last.
Yes, of course.
So Kenny is one of the Seahawks fans I was talking to earlier.
So yeah. But I don't. I think Jackson Jigma is a slot receiver. So that's why I'm confused because I don't mind it if you're planning on him replacing Lockett, but I don't know. It's kind of just a weird pick for me. I feel like there are better options at different positions that the Seahawks definitely need that they could have gone here rather than this pick.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's fine.
I like the pick.
I think it's a fine pick.
You're just being nitpicky.
Am I?
So.
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I don't. As a whole, I don't love the pick.
I like it.
I wish they would go. Seattle. What?
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
Our new top five available: Will Levis, Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy, and your boy Deonte Banks. And the pick is already in for the Chargers. If this is not who I think it is, we riot. Wait,
for what?
For the Chargers.
Yeah, no, I know. But who do we think it is?
It's like Zay Flowers.
Oh, yeah. But I don't. Yeah. As a
I know fan, you don't. I know you don't want.
As a Chargers fan, if you're a Chargers fan, you would want this. If you're, my source is having internet problems. No. Well, no new information. Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm here. Don't you worry.
Cool.
If the Chargers,
I'm glad
fire the whole front office. Listen, it doesn't have to be a sub 4.4 guy, all right? Because there's not a lot of those in this class. But what I will tell you is, if it's the guy who I want to go to the Chargers, they're going to be happy. They're going to be really, really happy. Oh, come on.
I think it has to be receiver or.
So I had someone tell me, and so I posted a mock draft yesterday, and I had the Chargers taking Zay Flowers, and someone responded, it's edge in the first round or bust for the Chargers. And I said, Why? You have Bosa, you have Mac. They're your second and third highest cap hits on your team. Why would you spend a first round pick for a guy who's not going to be a key contributor early? Like, why wouldn't you take a wide receiver? Someone like Keenan Allen is literally hobbling onto the field. Mike Williams can barely count to 6. I just like get another receiver in that offense. And then it's all about how Justin Herbert can't do anything with his offense. It's like, come on, man. No, Kenny, that's actually not true. Their fastest wide receiver is not 4.56. Jalen Guyton ran a 4.39. There you go.
Yeah, Jalen Guyton is super fast. He's still on the team,
but
he just hasn't.
But
that's all
it's
he
Jalen
does.
Guyton. It's Jalen Guyton. That's all it is. It's just straight speed. Zay Flowers is a route runner.
They could go offensive line too.
Offensive line is definitely a need for them. But
Trey Pickens,
Anton Harrison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could totally
DeJuan
see
Jones.
That. Yeah, DeJuan Jones is there.
Zach Charbonnet,
Yeah, because Eckler is not happy, obviously.
Osiris Torrance.
Yeah, that would probably be a good pick. I'd like that. I'd like that for them, actually.
Big boy. That's a big boy.
A big boy.
It's a big boy.
Let's talk about so far. What's your favorite pick? Oh, never mind. Oh my gosh. Well, he didn't fall as far as everybody thought he was going to.
No way.
Yep.
No.
Yep. They really like Mike Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
that's not bad.
Yeah, I like it.
It's still the same position. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. So they did go receiver, like most people thought they were initially going to.
Oh, weird.
It is not edge or bust, unfortunately. So what pick are we on?
21st.
With the 21st overall pick, the Los Angeles Chargers have selected Quentin Johnston out of TCU. Quentin Johnston is a very solid receiver, probably the tallest receiver you'll see go in the first round. Pretty strong yak receiver. Doesn't usually use his height to his as a strength as much as he could. I like him though. I always talk about his whip around move that he does. As soon as he catches the ball, he just takes his shoulder and goes, huh! And just like guesses that the defender is hopefully on the opposite side of the side that he's flipping on, and then he's gone. He'll get you another 5-6 yards. I like him a lot. I think this is a very Chargers pick to me.
Yeah, a big after the catch guy. I think this kind of speaks more to, hey, we're gonna utilize, we're gonna be able to utilize him in the slot. We're gonna be able to utilize him outside. We're gonna be able to utilize him everywhere. But we're just gonna try and get the ball in his hands. So I like the pick for the Chargers. I think you had to add something to that offense. You had to give Herbert another weapon, and I think they did it perfectly. I think Zay Flowers would have been the best pick for me, but that's just. I
think that would have given more diversity in the wide receiver room. Like that, that's not something that they have currently. And while I guess I guess they're kind of similar in stylistically. Quentin Johnston is taller but not bigger. I think Zay Flowers is more sturdy. Zay Flowers is more of like a mini Debo.
Yeah.
But now the Ravens are on the clock, and they're probably pissed off because they wanted a new receiver for their super expensive quarterback that they just paid.
Oh, stop it. It was worth it. He's an MVP.
No, I didn't say it was worth it. I just said he's super expensive. I sang about it even.
So top 5 available. Hasn't changed. Will Levis still top of the board. Joey Porter Jr. still there. This could be a Ravens pick too. This could be a pick to piss off the Steelers fans. The Ravens taking Joey Porter Jr. Could you imagine?
Well, the Steelers didn't pick. They had their chance.
This could be Deonte Banks too.
I love that. I would love that.
That would be nice.
I would love that.
Chargers get an A for that pick from the mock.
I wouldn't be surprised, in all honesty, if they don't go cornerback here. The Vikings might actually switch it up and go cornerback just because of who fell to them.
Yeah, and I mean that's a need for them for sure. Wide receiver also a need for them too. But now you have, now you have Baltimore, Minnesota, Jacksonville are the next 3 teams up. Baltimore could go wide receiver, they could go edge, they could go corner. And Nolan Smith is still there. Cornerback, there's still some guys there. Wide receiver, obviously still some guys there. But this is Zay Flowers, this is Jordan Addison, this is Josh Downs.
Yeah.
Area. This is Jalen Hyatt area. So
what if they did like another reach and did like a Cedric Tillman just to fit the Monken offense now more?
Yeah,
that would.
I think you could get there with Jordan Addison. He's just so small, and the injury concerns are there, and the drop concerns are there, and it's not the best fit, I don't think. But
I guess. They're putting up their top receiver still on the board. Jalen Hyatt, I guess, is still there. I'm not like a huge Jalen Hyatt guy.
See, so here's the thing. Kenny's saying another 4'5" tall wide receiver. Okay. Quinn Johnson, 6'2", just over 200 pounds. And he ran, what did he run? He ran,
I think he ran like a 4.5.
Was that a 4.5 flat?
So maybe a little under 4.5. I think I remember it not being like as impressive as he was hoping.
It was 4.5 flat.
Okay.
4.5 flat. But if we look at his RAS score, he's way more twitchy than he is just like straight line speed. Very quick, sudden movements. I think that this is a great pick for the Chargers.
He's pretty lanky to the point where like sometimes he reminds me of the way he moves of like a Jerry Jeudy, where I worry for his ankles.
Like you feel like his knees are just gonna pop
because they do that. He does kind of like that buckle in thing. He's like, and he switches around, and you're just like, oh my god, you need them ankles. But I guess you don't. So that's cool.
Gosh.
I know. Some still on the board. Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy, Brian Branch, Michael Mayer. Michael, I stand firm with one of the names that makes the most sense to me to a team is Miles Murphy to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know why, but that just makes sense in my brain, and that's and it's just going to stay there forever. Even if it doesn't happen, it's forever going to be there. Like Jared Van Ness.
Lucas Van Ness.
I know that was a joke. That was a joke.
That was the
joke. It was a good one, and I'm glad you guys watched for
it. Quentin Johnston scored a 8.69 on his RAS score.
It's not bad.
1.5 10-yard split. 1.59 10-yard split. 2.61 20 split.
You know, he kind of reminds me of. He reminds me a bit of Kevin White. Remember Kevin White?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I take that as you will. They are up to.
This is talking about the Seahawks pick.
He's a legit slot for Geno. Well, they have a legit slot in Lockett, unless Lockett is on his way out pretty soon. And then they were talking. There were trade talks over the offseason. We'll say that. So
yeah,
could be, or they just are like thinking for the future, because they did the same thing with Dwayne Eskridge, like all small players, small receivers.
Boy, the Ravens are really taking their time with that. Oh!
What, you see it?
Oh!
Are you okay? Or did you see it?
Oh, I saw it.
Okay.
I synced it.
I
synced it. Ooh, and I love it.
It makes sense. It's very old Ravens though. Like it's no. Yeah.
It doesn't old Ravens, not an edge rusher.
It doesn't scream. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't scream Todd Monken, but I love it, obviously. I'm cool with it. Oh, I forgot to do the thingy. Hold on, I gotta do the thingy. The Baltimore Ravens with the 22nd overall pick have selected Zay Flowers out of Boston College.
Hell yeah, man. Great story for this dude.
Yeah, I love him a lot. Yak receiver for days. Yeah. Small in height, but pretty good built frame. Great route runner. I think he has a ton of potential at the next level with a offensive coordinator that knows how to utilize him. That's the biggest thing. I think you can not utilize him correctly, and he may come off as a bust potentially. But in the right system, he will be fantastic. What is Todd Monken going to do in this system, coming from Georgia with Stetson Bennett to Lamar Jackson? I don't know, but I'm excited to see it. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, man, that's going to be fun for Lamar. Zay Flowers is an incredible route runner. I've been watching him for about 3 years now. I mean, this dude, out of the slot, I've compared him to Emmanuel Sanders. The size, the athletic ability, the route running ability. I mean, stops on a dime. He will break anyone's ankles. This was the perfect addition for the Ravens. Now you have I'm completely blanking on the wide receiver's name. Rashad Bateman. You've got Rashad Bateman. You've got Odell Beckham now, and then you add in Zay Flowers. I think that this is a dangerous trio for Baltimore. This is what they needed. This is what they needed to do for Lamar the whole time. And then you add in Mark Andrews as well. That's what they needed. Man, good pick. Good pick, Baltimore.
That was weird.
Okay.
Sorry. You just said
no, you're fine.
The blah, blah, blah pick again. And it's like a recording of the commissioner. That was weird.
Okay. So most shocking pick of the first round so far.
It has to be Emmanuel Forbes. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
That was a weird. I mean, both Detroit's one, I think I'm more forgiving of the Detroit ones for some reason. I don't know if that's just because I like what they're doing over there. Mm-hmm. But like, if you have your guy, get your guy. That's fine. Obviously, Christian Gonzalez has fallen hella far for some reason.
I think that's the biggest value pick.
Yeah,
I think that's the best value pick of the draft.
So the Vikings don't have anybody for cornerback, and so I feel like now, if Christian Gonzalez doesn't go to the Vikings right now, there has to be something up.
Yeah. So you said Emmanuel Forbes. I'm going to say Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to say that was my most shocking pick. But what do you like? Worst pick of the first round so far?
Worst pick. Oh wait, Christian Gonzalez already went. My bad.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Sorry. That was still a crazy fall though. And let's see. Worst pick. I think it has to be. I gotta say the Jahmyr Gibbs one is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Maybe just strategic wise, you could have traded back potentially if there was someone up that wanted to jump up and get. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Packers or the Steelers wanted to jump up for the next edge or next offensive tackle off the board, and you could have moved back a couple and still got Jahmyr Gibbs easily.
Yeah.
I don't, some of these teams don't feel like they're looking at the rosters before they're picking. Like, or they're very gullible. And like someone is telling them, oh yeah, I totally want whoever. And this. So
NFL Network is comparing Zay Flowers to Steve Smith. I mean, I don't not like it. I'm still sticking to my Emmanuel Sanders. I love that the way this guy plays.
Sanders.
Get out of here. Yeah, Kenny knows. Kenny knows.
I like how Hollywood was supposed to be for the Ravens. Yeah. No, I don't think I'd agree with that.
Why?
I think he's way more of the spread out, like the way more go ball speed, spread out the D type guy.
Zay?
No.
Oh,
Marquise Brown. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's tiny.
Yeah, but he's not.
Like
but Zay is way more built than him.
But I like Marlon. They tried to play Hollywood Brown like an outside wide receiver, and that's. I think
that Zay Flowers is the ideal size for what you want to do with someone like that. When you want a gadget player, you don't want them to be as tiny as they tend to be, as far as like frame wise. But he is like small, but also built up. He's what Jalen
Rager. That's
Jalen Rager was supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's who I say.
Is this Will Levis? They're on the phone. Minnesota's on the phone.
Oh.
Are they trading?
Do we like?
Oh man. They do not look very happy in Minnesota.
Marlon Humphrey called the Marlon Humphrey an hour ago, said trade back or go cornerback, but gotta take Zay if he's there.
Yay. Marlon knows.
Yeah. Then he retweeted, bro, I really do this.
Zay Flowers is the first Boston College wide receiver to ever go in the first round. He is also the highest drafted player to play in the Shrine Bowl in over 20 years.
Oh, I forgot he played in the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, and the Ravens were well represented at the event. Pay attention to that stuff, guys.
I tried to.
Pay attention.
Shrine Bowl, man, this year was boring as fuck.
Oh,
so
man.
Are they Viking? Yeah, what are the Vikings about to do, man? I feel like they're about to do
something. Man. Oh no.
So let's see. Next step.
No.
You already see it? How do you see it? I don't see it. Are you lying? You just make sounds?
Okay. What's your God damn it. What's your best pick of the first round?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, I mean that's best fit. Yeah, but
it's my favorite. That's your best pick. That's my best pick. I love that pick. I think they haven't like invested in anything at quarterback for I don't even know how long.
Since
Andrew Luck.
Since Mr. Andrew Luck.
Yeah. So it's been 11 years. Like this dude, I'm not saying he's Andrew Luck, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying he has an actual ceiling that you can actually work with if you play your cards right. I don't even know who they have behind him besides Ellinger, right? They have Ellinger behind him, and that's about it.
It's Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew, Nick Foles, and Sam Ellinger.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, you can live with that.
He can. That gives him a little time to adapt a bit.
Okay, pick is in for Minnesota. They're keeping it.
Oh, of course they did. Okay, I like it. Makes sense.
Who is it going to be?
Bro, this played out exactly pretty much how we were talking about it playing out in our mock draft.
Yeah.
But instead I had them trading up above these last 2 picks because there were. But I guess their guy fell to.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
So,
I'm gonna just put that right there.
Oh damn! Kenny is a sidekick. Kenny is a sidekick.
Good job,
Kenny. You get a gold star in the mail. We'll mail you a gold star. You have to pay for shipping. Sorry.
I'll drive it to his house. He lives 10 minutes away from me.
Oh, sick. Saves us both money. Not you, because you have to use your gas, but it's fine. Yeah. So the I still have it on the Ravens. These guys, the other purple team, the Vikings have selected Jordan Addison out of USC. Obviously injury issues, but I think he is, if he could stay healthy, he is top 2 receivers in this draft. He is an insane route runner, good amount of speed, not a good size, not like frame wise, not great.
Size worries me a little bit.
But I think him and Justin Jefferson will really complement each other.
That'll be a lot of fun. I know KJ Osborne's still there, and he's found some success, and that's great. But I think Addison's that guy that you can put in the slot, and he's going to be that dangerous route runner and deep threat. Obviously, sorry, the pick is in. I want to hear the reaction. I guess they like it. I guess they like it. But obviously, Justin Jefferson is your main wide receiver. He's going to be your X now, and Addison will probably be your Z. To be completely honest, I feel like he should put on a few more pounds. I think he was only at like 168 or 170, somewhere around there. Really light. 171. So probably about 10 more pounds. If you get him up to 180, again, you're thinking of a guy like Emmanuel Sanders, that slender route runner. Good route runner, understands how to play and manipulate with DBs in their eyes. I like this pick for Minnesota. I just don't know about him. There was a lot of concerns. A lot of people had Kayshon Boutte also. I put these 2 guys in the same. A lot of hype. Was not really impressed with what I saw, but the athleticism is there.
I'm a lot more impressed with Jordan Addison than I am Kayshon Boutte. That Boutte. For sure.
We have a trade. The New York Giants have moved up 1 spot.
Have moved up 1 spot?
Yes, the Giants have traded the 25th pick and picks 160 and 240 to the Jaguars.
So probably Torrey Porter Jr. then, I would assume.
Joey Porter Jr.? I don't know. Maybe Torrance? Calvin Ridley comp.
They have Giants traded with the Jags and another pick. Nothing secure yet. Okay, Jaguars receive picks 25, 160, and 240.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is the best on the board. I mean, obviously Deontay Banks is still there, Joey Porter Jr. I don't. Is there a receiver right here that I really think? I mean, if they go receiver again,
Jalen Hyatt, I don't think they do.
If they go again, man. They already spent the Kadarius Toney, then they shipped him off. Then Wan'Dale Robinson, whatever, Sterling Shepard. They don't. I mean, it's tough because they don't really have a number 1 receiver, but I don't know if you don't get that with any other receivers. I mean, first of all, you're not getting it with a lot of receivers in this draft in the first place. I don't think.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest class.
Yeah,
it's not the sexiest class for the position.
So at this point, I really don't think you're getting that. So I don't know if it's worth it at this point. I think the highest end you're going to get at the positions of need is either Joey Porter Jr., Deonte Banks, or maybe Brian Branch.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh yeah, called it.
What?
One of the three names I said. For the thingy, hold on. Pick us, yeah. In the comments, who do you think it is? I'll tell you, it is a DB. Who is it?
It's the guy that you said.
Whoever gets it right, we'll put it up on the screen, and you will announce it. I'm gonna clap until someone guesses the correct answer.
That's
right. Damn straight. I love it though. I love this pick.
Ray thinks it's Joey Porter.
Ray's comment is not up on the screen yet.
Well, I did put it up there, but I took it out.
Oh God! Only the winner gets it up there. You don't even listen to the rules.
Oh my God!
Wow. Okay. Well, so with the 24th overall pick, the New York Giants have traded up for Deonte Banks.
Yeah,
my boy.
Your
Listen,
boy.
I think everybody that knows me knows that I've been talking about Deonte Banks for way too long now.
Okay, well, not way too long.
Way too long.
A good amount of time. They get an A for that grade. They get an A for that pick.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, solid pick. Came in a little bit shorter than everybody said he was going to at the combine at 6 foot, but 6 foot still fine. Insanely fluid hips. Way better speed than everybody thought. Sure enough, when he went to the combine, he ran a 4.38, I think. Yeah, I'm super surprised people were so low on him on first. Like he wasn't in probably a few months ago. He wasn't even in people's top 10s.
No,
so
he wasn't even being discussed as a first rounder.
Yeah, so
he wasn't even being discussed as a first rounder. He ran at 4.35.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. The only one faster who I predicted and was correct was DJ Turner. DJ Turner is an actual speed demon.
I mean, Emmanuel Forbes ran a 4.35. Jacorian Bennett ran a 4.30.
That's right. I forgot about Jacorian. His teammate.
Yeah, teammate at Maryland. DJ Turner ran a 4.26. Let's see. Darius Rush ran a 4.36. That is wow.
This is interesting for a lot of the cornerbacks too. Slipping so far might push a lot into later day 2, or there might be a crazy rush tomorrow.
Yeah. Mark Milton from Baylor ran a 4.4 flat. Trade.
There. The Bills have traded up. Who would they trade up for?
Yeah, who are they trading up for?
Hold on. Sorry about the silence, everybody. Now I got to look at the roster and really think about who they would be.
Torrance?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Torrance. Both running backs are gone. They don't need any edges. Yeah, I would think, unless they're not too stoked about their other cornerbacks, and then they might be getting Joey Porter Jr. here, and then you have Joey Porter Jr. and Tre'Davious White, because Kyrie Elam hasn't really panned out as well as they would have hoped.
Well, I mean, he's only 1 year in, but
yeah, and you got Dane Jackson as well, so
yeah, it could be.
So maybe Maybe. Yeah, I think best guess probably be Cyrus Torrance, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Could it be? Well,
could be Anton, maybe, or Dwan. Dwana would work in this system. I think
would work. Yeah. Could also be. I mean, Drew Sanders, Trenton Simpson for linebacker.
Trading up for that.
I mean, I don't know. Trading up for that. Jalen Hyatt and Josh Downs are your top 2 wide receivers on the board right now. Brian Branch, maybe.
Someone said maybe tight end.
Maybe tight end.
Trade up. They already have Knox over there.
Yeah, but
Knox is fine. Oh, Darnell Washington though would be.
I'm not saying it. You're saying it.
I'm not saying it. You're saying it.
I'm not saying it. You're saying it.
What if I could take Will Levis here?
We're cue the meme. We're gonna play with 2 quarterbacks. Oh no, that's disgusting.
This is why this boy's slipping.
This
look at this, everybody. You see this mayonnaise all up in his coffee.
For watchers, Jake and Kenny, look at that picture and tell me that is not Jesse Bracht. Look at that picture and tell me that's not Jesse Bracht, the guy who played for our semi-pro team. Tell me that's not Jesse Bracht.
I think it's Jesse Bracht, personally. Just my own personal opinion. I think that's Jesse Bracht.
Yeah, could be. How would you know? He's eating a banana. You ever
about throat goat?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, who is Buffalo trading up for?
Oh shit. Wow. Where was it? Who said it?
Oh no. Was it? You gotta take Will Levis off the screen. I can't.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about him. He's just there. He just felt like a part of us, you know. It was just okay, so pick is in.
Oh
yeah.
Oh shit.
So that's interesting.
Well, they won't do it because they got. I don't
know. I mean.
But why trade up for him?
I don't know.
I mean, if Jacksonville is going to take him, then sure. But like,
they have Ingram. They just re-signed. They just franchised.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about All-Pro, All-World tight end Evan Ingram.
He played well.
Ooh.
He played well.
Ooh. It gets a B. That's what that pick gets. It gets a B.
Interesting. Okay. Well, with the 25th overall pick, the Buffalo Bills have selected Dalton Kincaid.
Wow, the first tight end off the board. That's nuts, dude.
I like it. He's definitely more of a receiving threat than anything else. Knox, who they currently have, is. He's banged up some, but I think he is more well-rounded than Kincaid, and he's been very solid. But I get it. They need receiving help in general. I thought they would have been ones to potentially go for a receiver as well, because Gabe Davis hasn't really been what they thought he was going to be.
No. Gabe Davis played fine.
He played fine. He's been great. Not as well as. And I think this gives a little bit more opportunity for the receiving threat, for sure. What did Gabe Davis do? Look at this. Watch. Gabe Davis.
48 catches, 836 yards, 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Trash.
That's fine.
Absolute trash.
Okay.
Do you know what Dalton Kincaid's going to do? 8 touchdowns.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't.
See? Not do you feel dumb now? Yeah, that's all right. It's fine.
Do you feel stupid?
Do you say Rufio? Oh.
Do you feel embarrassed? Kincaid, because Knox is hurt all the time. I think that the depth behind Dawson Knox is enough to say, okay, this is fine. This is a fine pick. And if you're gonna run 2 tight end sets, which I'm sure that's their plan, Kincaid is gonna be that like you tight end. He's not gonna be your Y. He's gonna be the guy that you move around. I think it's gonna be a fine pick for them. It's gonna give them another wrinkle in their offense for sure.
If they run 13 pers, who's their running back? Cook?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. It's not great.
I don't like that fit. I mean, there's more options later, I guess. Really.
Will Levis still on the board.
Yeah, dude. He might go second round. Well, Saints.
This is one of the biggest draft falls that we've seen for a guy that was like top 5 guaranteed yesterday. This has been a massive drop.
This guy tweeted, the Bills just got their own Travis Kelce. Calm down. I'm a TE.
I hate when people make comps like that. And it's like, dude, like, have you actually ever watched either of those dudes play? Like, they are complete opposites. Yeah, we know, Kenny. We know. Oh, man. Okay, they're announcing the pick now.
Utah. Yeah, I just don't like trading up for a tight end.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What did they give up? They gave up 20. Do we know what they gave up? Oh, it was 160. That's what they gave up.
130. 25 for 27 and 130.
Okay.
Yeah,
man,
that's fine. That's fine.
Those Utah jerseys are tough.
I'm okay with it. Okay, so moving on to now. Did they just the Dallas Cowboys are on the clock?
Man, we got 6 more picks. Come on, we can do this. We've been on the stream for 3 hours. We can do this. Thank you so much.
It's a lot of thank you, everybody. This is for being patient with us. This is a lot. This is a good training. You know what I mean? Good training. 3 hours. I mean, thank you, NFL Draft, for making it interesting for 3 hours.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the more interesting. This has definitely been one of the more interesting drafts because, again, we had no idea what the hell was going to happen. We had no idea who was going to go where. Even that first round, that first 10 picks was nuts. Like, we didn't know any of that was going to happen. That's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, and then see, Kurt Warner just said it on TV. Oh, they got their Travis Kelce guy. They're nothing.
Don't listen to Kurt Warner.
They're nothing like each other at all.
Back at
they're nothing like each other. Jesus.
Put him back at a grocery store. Stupid Kurt Warner.
Yes.
I remember who it was the other day. It quoted a MGD take, and I was like, don't do that. Don't listen to Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
He says dumb
who the
shit.
hell is Mel Kiper anyways?
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
Cowboys up. What do we think?
Well, a lot of people thought tight end. I think Anton Harrison is a possibility. Dwan Jones is also a possibility. I think tackle is probably the best bet, in my opinion. Unless they move Smith outside to the opposite side and they want interior, and then maybe you could do Osiris Torrance. O-line is my best guess.
Oh, Torrance is still there, huh? I mean, you have Tyron Smith is old as shit. You could move Tyler Smith out.
Opposite side,
Put Zach Martin at left guard and then get Torrance. That would be dude, man, that would be a tough offensive line outside of Terrence Steele, who is ass. And they still have Alec Lindstrom too.
He'd be swapped out by Smith though.
Yeah.
Which I like. And then they can get their center down the line too. So it'll be fine. As far as interior defensive linemen, I guess Breessy's still there.
Yeah.
He felt like we thought he was going to fall, unfortunately.
Yeah. They have DeMarcus Lawrence, Jonathan Hankins.
They just got Hankins.
Osa, Dante Fowler, Neville Gallimore still, Chauncey Golston.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the sexiest D-line room, but like it's not terrible.
I think they could upgrade that with Breesy if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Nothing yet. Nothing down the lines. Everybody's taking their sweet time. They realize the draft is going too fast, so they're slowing it down.
Yeah, for real, man. What the hell is going on?
3 hours is too quick.
Yeah. Why are they talking about? Now Bucky Brooks is saying, "Oh, they should take a corner." Why? Like, why would they take a corner? They've Stephon Gilmore and Trevon. Oh my God.
That's fair.
Get this guy off of the television. My goodness.
Bucky. Oh
my God.
I don't care about the moment Dalton Kincaid got the call.
Yeah. Shout out Portland, Kenny.
So far there has only been one tight end gone.
Yep.
And then we had that little run
running
on
backs. Two running backs.
Not a ton of skill positions in this first round.
I mean, okay, pick is in.
It
is. Here we go. Yep. Just announced. Pick is in.
Oh, forgot the thingy. Was he about to go up? Oh, Bills for the Bills. We already know the Bills.
Oh no, my stream is going in and out.
You say the pick is in for the Cowboys? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Maybe Nolan Smith?
Maybe Nolan Smith.
That would be weird.
Wow, this is...
It says, hold on. Cowboys are taking...
Wow! Wow!
I like it. I said it.
Wow! Okay.
Okay. So Dallas Cowboys with the... Where are we at? 26th overall pick are taking Mozzie Smith out of Michigan. Bruce Feldman's freak. Number one. Absolute beast. I think he put up... He says that he could bench, was it 325 20 times?
That's insane.
He's a monster. Interior beast. Can stuff, but he's just mainly a freak that you want on the interior. Probably as a one tech.
Yeah.
Just a disruptor.
Push the pocket.
With DeMarcus Lawrence on the opposite side, or on one side, and Micah quite further on the other side. Then they just got Sheldon Rankins, right? Yeah, they got some pressure building up there. That's nice. I like it. It's a solid pick. I'm really glad he went first round. I do think he was kind of underrated for first round talent.
Yeah.
I
think the athletic profile of it is definitely first round worthy. He was talked about as a first rounder at the end of last year's draft cycle, coming into this year. A lot of upside on him, but it's going to be interesting. The front's going to be nasty though. That front's going to be disgusting.
You know, what's interesting is Miles Murphy still has not
I know Miles Murphy has fallen, and what was the team that you said would make a lot of sense?
I did say this one will make a lot of sense. But
I
also Joey Porter Jr. is still on the board as well, and that's where I'm like, with every new pick, I'm like, Joey Porter Jr. is still there.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I know that I had reservations on him because I think he is kind of pigeonholed as the press man corner that's like best with like nine routes essentially. Like he's not. Cutting across the middle is not his forte. Bill's just got Kyle Juszczyk. I don't know about that.
Oh, Jake. Yeah, I think there's some directions that the Jags can go here. I mean, Joey Porter Jr. is still there, Nolan Smith still there, Miles Murphy, Michael Mayer, Brian Branch, Brian Brucey, Torrance. I mean, there's a lot of different areas that they can go. I think Michael Mayer, if they were going to go tight end, Michael Mayer would make the most sense because he's complete opposite from Evan Ingram. And he would give you more of that traditional Y. But I think the offense wasn't the problem. I don't think the offense was the problem. And the defense wasn't terrible, but they weren't great. I think there's definitely a lot of room for improvement along the defense. Travon Walker is going to come into his own. I mean, they just signed Devon Hamilton too. They have Fatukasi, which, that's fine. Josh Allen, Devin Lloyd, Shaq Quarterman, Chad Muma, Olakun, Tyson Campbell, Rayshawn Jenkins. I think Brian Branch wouldn't be a terrible fit in here, but yeah, definitely some directions.
No, I could see Brian. I could definitely see Brian Branch as well. That would be my guess. Miles Murphy or Brian Branch. Lock it in.
I'm going to say Torrance or Joey Porter Jr. Torrance or Joey Porter Jr.
What are we betting?
I don't know, 50 push-ups.
I can't do that. You know that.
Exactly. That's why I bet it.
There goes the rest of my night.
Pick is in for the Jags.
Yes, yet. Hold on. I know I yelled that. Oh, we are both wrong.
Oh, wow.
We are both wrong. Pick is in. Pick is in.
I still haven't seen it.
Makes sense. Hold on, let me see. I need to look at this position that I won't reveal yet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I like it.
Oh, yeah, because they currently have Walker Little there. Yeah, I don't want that.
Hey.
And Cam Robinson, who's fine. Walker Little's not good, though. That's fine. That makes sense. Okay, so with the
27th
overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. My OT2 in this draft. I like to consider him a Paris Johnson light. Like he's pretty similar, very good in pass pro, which is going to be interesting in this style scheme, I feel like. But I do think he has a little bit underrated power. I think he does have moments where he has he can just straight up throw defenders, and it's great. And then it goes away. So I would like to see more consistency there, obviously. But I love him as a tackle. In keep it in perspective, like this tackle class isn't the greatest in the world. I like him in this draft, and I think he's a solid pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be a solid, probably right tackle. I think he's played a decent amount at right tackle, so it shouldn't be too much of a switch.
Yeah, what really stood out to me about Anton Harrison was the mitts. Man, it was the mitts when he was facing premier edge rushers. I mean, just as soon as edge rushers would turn the corner and he got his hands on them, they were done. I love his vision. Love that he's able to see the twists and the stunts very well. Footwork is great. The only area of concern that I had was his blocking in space, his ability to get out blocking in space. He's a big dude. He's not the fastest, most athletic guy, but really solid offensive lineman. I like him for Doug Peterson's offense. I think he'll be fine. But yeah, what the fuck? Ooh, the Bengals. Ooh.
This has to be Joey Porter Jr., right?
I mean, yeah, I think it's either corner or tight end.
Yeah. Cam Taylor-Britt isn't bad. I like him. And then Awuzie. But who is still on the board? Do we still have that rolling?
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, I mean, we could always go with that perfect pairing of Michael Mayer here that we wanted forever.
That's what I'm saying.
Give Joe Cool as many weapons as possible, and you will win the day. And maybe get a Super Bowl ring just because of the tight end that you draft here.
Yeah.
So don't mess up. Let's see. Yeah. Brian, what does their safety room look like? Let's see. Dax. Their safeties are fine. Dax Hill, Nick Scott. It's not bad. Mike Hilton, the Nichols. He's kind of older now, isn't he, though? He is 29.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If I were the Bengals, like Joey Porter Jr. is kind of just staring me in the face right now. Like you
need a corner. Here. You need a corner. You have to have a corner because no, Hurst is not. Hurst is gone. He's not there. He's in Carolina.
Yep. Their dude right now is Irv Smith Jr., who is fine, but
well,
let's kind of backtrack here and talk a little bit about that Cowboys pick with our boy Shane over from Defiant Takes. Bring it in, Shane. What's up, man? How you liking that Mozzie Smith?
I was surprised. I thought it'd be gone before then. I really was thinking that Joey Porter Jr. was like the guy I really wanted. Nolan Smith falling felt to me like a CeeDee Lamb scenario where a guy who should have been gone earlier falls to you. Mozzie Smith fills one of their top two needs. They needed interior defensive line help, and they needed a starting left guard. And I think they get in the second round. It looks like these offensive linemen are going to fall. With Mozzie Smith, it gives them something that they have that they already got. They don't have a guy who can both rush the passer and stuff the run. They have defensive tackles who can either rush the passer or stuff the run. Mozzie Smith, if it wasn't for Jalen Carter, might be the most complete defensive tackle in the draft. And the fact that he fell to him, I thought he'd be a top 20 pick. I thought Mozzie Smith was going to be a top 20 pick. The Patriots made sense. The Jets made sense. The pair of Quinn and Williams. Even the Ravens. The Ravens love taking defensive players. I thought he'd be gone. So I ain't going to – I'm happy with the pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely thought I was thinking tight end maybe. I was thinking they were saying cornerback. I was like, no need for them to take a cornerback. Boggin said maybe Brian Branch was an option there.
No.
But I think I like the Mozzie Smith pick. I think it's a great ad.
They have good depth at safety. Plus they're tied to these guys' contracts over there. And plus they don't really take safeties till day 3 anyway. That's their MO.
Yeah.
But their two biggest things, they needed a starting defensive tackle that could stay out there for 3 downs, and they need a left guard. And so I'm willing to bet they go left guard in the second round, just because it looks like a lot of these offensive linemen are going to fall anyway.
Yeah, Boggy did say Anton Harrison. I was saying Torrance for the Cowboys.
No.
Obviously, Mozzie Smith was the pick there, and the Bengals selection is in, and they took Miles Murphy. That was something that I didn't see coming.
Okay.
Quite the slot.
So
definitely thought corner, maybe tight end, but
Miles Murphy's interesting because to me he has kind of a low floor, but he has a decent sized ceiling. Because I don't think he plays with a lot of power. He's very much a finesse edge rusher, very much a guy who wins based on technique more than anything else. And that's fine. You can win in the NFL on that. But usually your first round tight ends, you want to see who can do multiple things. Miles Murphy, to me, I don't think he's a guy who can win on the inside, even though they played him a little bit in there. I see him as a pure pass rusher who, he can still be like a guy who gets 7, 8, 9 sacks a season. But I just
what's been the biggest surprise for you so far?
Jahmyr Gibbs at 12.
Yeah, man, that was a big head shaker.
He's a great player, and Dan Campbell is crazy enough of a coach to make it happen. It's just this running back class is so deep. I thought he was one of those players that you allow to fall because you can get high quality talent later on. My pleasant surprise, a player I'm happy got drafted higher than I expected, was Emmanuel Forbes. I loved him at Mississippi State. Okay. Yeah, I think he has the best ball skills of all the cornerbacks in this draft. I think he'd be a second round pick. I think Washington took him because they needed a cornerback. They obviously did. They wanted a guy with great turnovers. I think him and Clark Phillips from Utah, from what I saw, were the two guys who were just had the best hands, if you want to call it that, of all the cornerbacks. But Clark Phillips you can get on day 2. Emmanuel Forbes you could, but they weren't going to risk it.
Yeah, absolutely a ball hawk for sure. Had the record for 6 pick sixes in the CBS, and I mean I thought it was quite the reach, but there's been quite a few in this first round. It seems like both times for Detroit, with also Jack Campbell in the first round, which was quite a reach for me. But I think knowing Dan Campbell, or not knowing Dan Campbell, but knowing how his MO, it seems like he just has his dudes that he fights for. He has specific guys that he wants. He doesn't care when they get them. He just wants them now. And that's what I felt like was happening. And he didn't have to wait. Didn't want to have to haggle. Didn't want any of that. He just wanted his dudes.
I wasn't as surprised at the Dan Campbell pick than I was Jahmyr Gibbs, just because even though I had Dan Campbell as my 3rd rated inside linebacker behind Sanders from Arkansas and Henley from Washington State, I think Campbell, what you like about him, he's very much a traditional inside linebacker. He ain't going to be one of these all-around coverage guys. He won't really rush the passer all that much. He's gonna be your green dot guy, so to speak. He's gonna guy who's gonna call out the alignments. He's gonna read the plays, follow the quarterback, call out the strengths and the weaknesses for the formations. And he's also gonna be a great tackler. He's a really, really good tackler. There's nothing wrong with that. Dan Campbell likes those traditional kind of inside linebackers, and so even though it might be considered a reach at 18, just because inside these off-ball linebackers, they don't really get as much love as the on-ball guys, the edge rushers, the guys who get 10, 12 sacks a year. There's still a place for them, and I think if you're a guy who plays a traditional role in a defense which requires someone to stuff the run on the inside, especially go 3 down linemen more than anybody else, and they love going 3 down linemen. I don't really hate the pick.
No, I didn't hate it either. I definitely was shocked when I saw it, but it's a guy that he was LB1 for a lot of people. And if that's your guy, get your guy. If that's the position that you're looking, get him. If he's the best player, he's the top player at that position, and you're in a position to get him before anyone else can.
I think it was a key example of people overthinking it a lot. And when that team just wanted their guy, they knew who they wanted, and they went and got him. And I love Jack Campbell. I just didn't think I would see it. It's like Jahmyr Gibbs. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I just didn't think I'd see him go at 12.
Yeah, I did not think that either.
Same with Emmanuel Forbes. I like Emmanuel Forbes. I just didn't think I was going to see him, if at all, in the first round.
Over the Christian Gonzalez, and I was just
Porter Jr. still there. Deontay Banks. It was interesting.
Either way, I was not buying the tight end flag that everyone kept comping tight ends. So, it's gonna be Michael Mayer. No, it's gonna be Dalton Kincaid. It's gonna be Darnell Washington. It's gonna be Luke Musgraves out of nowhere. I don't buy that because the Cowboys are predictable in how they pick positions. They won't touch tight ends traditionally until the 4th round, the earliest. In the last 15 years, and I touched on this in many shows and a couple articles, they do not draft tight ends inside the top 100 except for twice in the last 15 years. They go 4th round or later because they know your first 3 rounds are going to be guys you expect to contribute in year 1, and tight ends take about a year or 2 to fully develop.
So that being said, what did you think about the Bills trading up for Dalton Kincaid?
See, I know that hurt Mike McCarthy because I have a buddy that works for the Cowboys, and he knows the Cowboys' number 1 tight end on their board was Dalton Kincaid. And since Will McDonald was gone, that was Dan Quinn's guy. It made sense that Dalton Kincaid would have been that was Dan Quinn's guy. It would have made sense that Dalton Kincaid would have been their guy if he was there. Now he's gone, and that's why it took so long for them to make the pick, because the Cowboys traditionally turn their pick in pretty soon because there's usually a near consensus on their board. But with this one, Mozzie Smith, I don't hate the pick. I didn't think it was the most. To me, defensive tackle was their second biggest need, and I honestly, like I said, I thought Mozzie Smith was going to be gone. Mm-hmm. I thought they needed an offensive lineman.
Sorry to interrupt, but the Saints have picked, and this officially means that Will Levis will not be drafted in the 1st round unless the team trades up to get him.
That's
2 more picks up.
Shane, what do you think about this fall for Levis?
God, it reminds me so much last year. We just saw I thought there were gonna be 3 quarterbacks taken. I thought Sam Howell was going to the 1st round. I thought Malik Willis was going to the 1st round. Kenny Pickett, and these guys fall to the 3rd and 5th round. And Will Levis, everyone's talking about him being some sort of like Josh Allen, Cam Newton, next coming. Yeah. To me, I had Will Levis ranked higher than Anthony Richardson just based on the field stuff. There has to be some kind of off the field or attitude issues, just because players of his talent don't really fall unless there's some sort of intangible reason they fall. Mm-hmm. He's the same size as Anthony Richardson. He has more stars than Anthony Richardson. He has more pedigree to his name as Anthony Richardson. He was more accurate than Anthony Richardson, but Anthony Richardson obviously made the coaches believe in a little bit more. And I have to think, and I hate to be this guy, but Will Levis does kind of give off that vibe of
he's got something in the closet.
He looks
in the closet.
So I don't want to say he's this bad, but and I saw this on the internet, and this ain't me making this up. I saw this on the internet, but if anyone who has ever seen 13 Reasons Why, he looks like Bryce.
Oh, just a bad person. Cool.
He's that kind of typical quarterback from a wealthy family who's just a what to people.
Now, okay, so now Shane,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So Skip Bayless tweeted.
I don't care.
But right before.
Come on, Shane. We need this reaction.
This is, please let Dalton Kincaid fall to my Dallas Cowboys. So he was hoping for a tight end, Shane.
Look, I don't care what Skip Basehead has to say. Okay, nothing he says has any merit. Okay, he's one of these analysts that goes out there and just says stuff for views and clicks. There's no analysis to it. He knows whatever he says will trend, and that's how the money is made nowadays. It ain't with proper analysis. You see all the proper analysis, the ones on print, are the ones that have their own podcasts and like that, the ones who do the actual work. The dudes on ESPN and Fox Sports and all that, those are the guys who have the loud mouths and deepest pockets, okay? They ain't nothing to do with actual analyses. And a lot of times whenever he says something, over half the time it's wrong, okay? The man who thought that Tim Tebow, no offense to all Broncos fans, was going to be transcendent when he went to the Jets. Remember that. He transcended and went to the Jets with Rex Ryan's offense. This is the same guy who thought that. Yeah. All right, so I don't want his opinions on the draft. I don't.
So I saw this because the Buffalo Bills retweeted that Skip Bayless tweet with the Shannon Sharp drinking a Diet Mountain Dew So Buffalo Bills are trolling Skip Bayless, and I love it.
Here's the thing. Shannon Sharp goes in on Cowboys fans, and I get it. Okay, it's all for views, stuff like that. But the reality is that, and this is true, Cowboys fans actually love Shannon Sharp. There's a lot of respect there. I love Shannon Sharp. No, I love Shannon Sharp. When I was a kid, he was my favorite tight end. I do. I also love his. You can tell when he's going with he's being Shay, and when he's being a true analyst, because he used to work at CBS Sports. He knows how to analyze the game. He's very smart, very methodical with the way when he breaks down players, especially teams and players he has no ill will against. Don't give Skip Bayless any time. Worst person in sports. I think that's a little nice to consider him a person in sports. I think he's a person who happens to work in sports, but
damn.
I got worse nicknames from Skip Bayless, but I feel like this might be more like PG-13.
Oh no. That's not our brand.
No.
No, you can say whatever on here. Also, though, someone I saw one of the guys from PFF tweet that the Eagles could potentially now get. They would have got Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith in the same draft. That would be.
They got a bunch of Georgia boys. They got N'Kobe Dean last year, Jordan Davis last year.
Oh, that's true.
They could land Kylie Ringo for all we know.
Well, shit. Look at that. They did it. They did it.
Was in Nolan Smith.
Yep.
You know what's crazy?
Look at that. They're literally rebuilding.
I thought that's who they were going to get at 10.
Man.
Dang.
I think there were a few people that had them taking Nolan Smith at 10.
Yeah, me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Skip Bayless looks like a raisin when you open his mouth.
Drip Bayless. Drip Bayless, baby. So
I skipped Bayless.
The number 3 player on our top available is gone. Nolan Smith to the Eagles.
Are the Chiefs going to get Joey Porter Jr.?
Ooh, that'd be good. That'd be a great landing spot.
You just put that out into the universe. I don't know though, because
cornerback ain't like their biggest need. I feel like their biggest need. Well, I mean, they do need cornerbacks, but let's see.
Yeah, they don't, corner. Tackle.
I could
edge.
They don't have offensive line anymore. They might go receiver here. They don't have a lot of receivers.
Yeah, but
this might be
Jalen Hyatt. Is this Jalen Hyatt? Is this Josh Downs?
I was going to say Josh Downs because Josh Downs is one of the most technical route runners in this draft class. And Pat Mahomes, even though he can be erratic with his passes, if he knows where you're going to be, he'll get you the ball. No offense to y'all. I'm just saying he's very methodical with that.
I get it.
We trust us. We know.
Jalen Hyatt is very much like I love his upside as a number 1 receiver. It's just right now his route tree is very limited.
Yeah. I don't really like any receivers in this draft as a number 1 receiver. And it's just like I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised if they trade out of this.
I think this is a great draft if you need a wide receiver 2 or 3 or even a developmental guy. Because 100%. I only think there's maybe like 2 number 1s in this class, in my opinion, Jordan Addison and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Everybody else is like going to be a 2 or a high end 3 that can develop. But I like a lot of the developmental guys. There's nothing wrong with that. You can make it a long career as a supplemental receiver.
Yep. 100%.
I'm just curious. What are the Broncos' biggest needs? See if I can give y'all like some names to watch.
That I would like. I mean, shit. It's all over the board. I would say honestly, our biggest needs right now are probably. I would say edge.
Yep. Okay.
Corner.
Okay.
And running back. Those are probably the top 3 for me.
Okay.
What about you, Boggy?
It'd have to be center, corner.
Well, the 2 best centers are still available.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely hoping they get pushed because it looks like none of the centers that I was hoping went in the first round are going. So that's great. Just push them down to us. That's great.
If you want the powerful guy, the guy that's going to get a lot of push, you want John Michael Schmitz. If you want the technical guy, if you want the technical guy, the one that's going to read the defense and do what you need for the passing game, but won't have as much power in the run game, Tippmann from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about which one you need. Either one is going to be a high volume starter.
Everyone in Broncos country is worried about Tippmann because he's 6'6" and Russ can't see over that.
Who cares? his center in Seattle time was Justin Britt.
Yeah.
And Justin Britt's what, 6'7", 6'8", something like that.
Yep, exactly. I'm waiting for something to pop off for this last pick, man. I've been standing here for almost 4 hours.
Almost.
Well, that's why I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Must be nice, Shane. Some of us don't have the luxury of chairs.
Why don't you brag, Shane?
Yeah, geez,
brag
Shane.
a little bit, Shane.
I mean, I got my chair at Goodwill, so I don't know what y'all are
doing. Wow. You got a Goodwill in your neighborhood. Congrats.
Wow. I got a discount. Wow.
Nah, man, I think Tippmann would be a great pick. I think if Michael Schmitz fell to the 3rd round,
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. Those back-to-back picks are going to be very interesting to see what they do. Because I feel like there's going to be a run of running backs tomorrow.
Yep.
But I think there could still be some quality guys that fall. I just feel like they need that center because Cushenberry is not getting it done. So if you get a guy like a John Michael Schmitz or a Joe Tippmann that can come in and just give you that nasty right away, I love the way that those guys get to the second level.
Now y'all would know, has Quinn Miners taken any snaps at center?
I mean, he tried.
Because he's 6'2", and if they were really concerned about height.
Yeah, no. I think there's a lot of good options at center in this draft, and I'm not too worried about it. I definitely think they will go that route. They seem confident in Lloyd Cushenberry right now, but I definitely think they're aware that they will upgrade if possible.
So since you mentioned edge, let me pull up my draft board for my top positions, guys. So for edge, my best edge remaining right now, and I don't know fully what y'all's base defense would be, but B.J. Ojulari from LSU is my top edge remaining. My top corner remaining, obviously, is Joey Porter Jr., but assuming he's not going to make it to y'all's first pick, it would be Cam Smith out of South Carolina.
Yes!
I already mentioned Cam Phillips from Utah. How do y'all feel about Tyreek Stevenson from Miami?
Love him.
And Julius Brents from Kansas State.
Yeah, that's who I think a lot of people are hoping falls enough.
Cam Smith, I thought was going to be one of those guys that fell in the first, and unless Kansas State takes him here, like he's going to be a great starter somewhere. I really do. I think if this wasn't such a deep cornerback draft, he would be a lock first round corner. He's one of the best pure coverage corners in this draft.
Cam Smith was probably one of my favorite corners to watch. And I loved his attitude, just the whole attitude. Every single play, he was getting in that wide receiver's ear.
Oh yeah,
and like
he's aggressive.
And it didn't matter if it was a penalty or not. He was still letting the wide receivers know. And like he's not, when you like look at him on tape and you see the receivers that he had to go up against, and then you look at like his actual measurements, you're like, oh, he's not very big, but he plays a lot bigger than he actually is. And it's so awesome to watch how aggressive he is at the line of scrimmage, and then how aggressive he is through the hands at the point, at the catch point. Absolutely love Cam Smith.
You have to imagine a secondary that has Patrick Surtain, Justin Simmons, Caden Stearns, and Justin Smith, and whoever else fifth defensive back would be, I'm not really sure off the top of my head, would be maybe one of the best secondaries in the league. I don't know about the best, because there's some good secondaries out there.
It would be, I mean, dude, how good is Pat Surtain? Like
Pat Surtain, he was obviously one of the guys the Cowboys wanted. Him and J.C. Horn, there was no consensus. Both those guys go 8, 9. The Cowboys are left with like, well, shit, I guess we got to take the linebacker from Penn State. It all worked out.
Yeah, it all worked out fine.
Boo! I'm just kidding.
Oh, whatever.
No, it's one of those guys. Everyone knew Pat Surtain and J.C. Horn were going to be good, but there was definitely some hesitancy when they picked Micah. Well, because we didn't really need a linebacker that high. It was one of our needs, but it wasn't the need. But then they used him as like a sub Mike edge rusher that he became special. But I still would have liked to have seen Pat Surtain team up with Trayvon Diggs. That'd have been nasty.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely disgusting. That's just complete shutdown all over the place. All right, we are on the last pick. We are on the last pick of the first round. My goodness, the Kansas
they bring out the trophies.
Oh my God! Again, look, we did something, guys. It only took us like 50 years.
There's no way they're still there, right? Kelsey's not still there, and
him and Patrick. I mean, maybe you got in the kingdom. They're royalty.
Oh yeah,
I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I already have Patrick Mahomes as one of the top 10 greatest quarterbacks of all time. He's not top 5 yet. I had him ranked as my 7th best greatest quarterback of all time. I
wouldn't argue with you.
I wouldn't argue with you.
Someone asked me like a few while ago when I ranked him. I can tell you when it was Brady at the top, and then it was Montana, and then it was Manning, and then Elway, and then it was Unitas, Staubach, and then Mahomes.
Yeah, I know. I honestly, like, I wouldn't have any qualms if someone said top 5, just like
I don't think
purely on purely on what the expectation is. You know what I mean? Because like he's already been to 3 Super Bowls. He should have been to another one. Like he could easily have 3 Super Bowl rings already right now.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's gonna be a problem for him. Joe Burrow's gonna be a problem for him.
Oh yeah, Joe Burr. He is fun to watch, and I really loved that. Like, because I remember that draft was just so insane as far as like the argument goes for who should be quarterback 1 and blah blah blah, and everybody was saying, "Oh, Joe Burrow's not going to sniff success in the NFL. He only had 1 good season at LSU." And blah blah blah.
He was incredible at that 1 year at LSU.
Oh, and like you have to remind people, like, no, it wasn't just 1 good season. It was like the greatest season that we had seen in college football up to that point. Yeah. And like the pocket awareness, he's not very mobile. He's mobile enough. He can get it done. Well, he doesn't have the best arm. He has enough arm. He gets it done. Like
he has enough arm.
You could see it in that season that he was putting it together, and it carried over to the NFL so well. And I'm so excited to watch him continue to grow into it in the NFL. But yeah, man, he's going to be a real issue for years to come. Mm-hmm. Who is this pick going to be?
Maybe Sean Payton gets Russell Wilson back to Seattle, Russ.
Who knows? Caleb Williams is the Broncos quarterback in 2020.
Yeah. Or Michael Penix Jr.
Shut up. God, this guy.
I like Sam Hartman from Notre Dame as like that third guy after. And this is obviously super early. There's probably gonna be someone out of nowhere that jumps up and takes on Caleb Williams and Drake May. For all we know, Drake May will be better than Caleb Williams next year.
Maybe.
I said for all we know. I didn't say it was a sure thing.
Yeah, no, I said maybe. It could.
It might be y'all's boy out in Colorado, Shedeur Sanders.
Oh,
maybe we'll see.
I don't know. I'm a Husky fan. He's an Oregon Duck fan.
If he got any receivers left, you're an Oregon Duck fan.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Will Levis will not be drafted in round 1.
Yeah, that's wild to me. I mean, like,
oh boy,
I didn't think it was that great of a quarterback class to begin with. I think it's very much a potential type of quarterback class, not like a sure thing kind of quarterback class. That 2020 class would have Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, and Justin Herbert. That was special.
Chiefs draft, the most obvious pick probably, Felix Unudike Uzoma.
Really?
I like that. Keep him in state. That's a good player.
No,
it's a good play. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. I want to call him a reach because I don't think he would have been there to him at the end of the second.
Every time I've seen him on mocks, he's been at the very end of the draft, very end of the first round. So you could it's pretty on point.
Yeah.
Here or early tomorrow, most likely. Yeah. I don't know. I still think you got Aid still sitting there in the wings. I personally like more. I think he's a little bit smaller, but it's a good pick. It's a good pick. Yeah. The AFC West is loading up on some edges for sure.
It fills a need. I mean, they don't bring back Frank Clark, and they get his replacement.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes the first round of the NFL draft. This was insane. What a weird day. What a weird draft.
Yeah. Sorry I came on late, but I appreciate y'all having me on.
No. You think shit. Why you going ahead and plug your stuff?
Plug.
You can find me all social media accounts right here at Shane Carter TX. You can find my written work at defianttakes.com. And you'll hear me probably on a number of different podcasts over the past week. This is probably like, no offense to you, like the 8th show I've been on the last 3 days. And I got another one booked for tomorrow. So be on the lookout for my voice as well as my words. And I think like the 4th time y'all had me on, so I appreciate it again.
Hell yeah, man. And we'll have you on again.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and follow us. And appreciate y'all hanging in here for the last almost 4 hours. Whew. My goodness. Y'all have a good day and enjoy the 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th. And just enjoy the draft the next couple of days, everybody. All right.
We are out.
Bye, guys.